What it do, 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 what it do. Good morning, y'all. Good morning. It is November 10th. You already know what it is. Should play upon the Ziggy 2 times. In the building. Over here doing what's righteous. No more, no less. You know what I mean? Got a couple of cool videos today, man. Let's see how far we get through down to it. I will be leaving early again today. I ain't gonna flex to you, man. We're gonna leave at about 11 o'clock, 11:30. Cause yeah, got other stuff to do, man. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all, man. I got other stuff going on, man. Love y'all to death, man. But you know, your boy gotta make this money. As much as I would like this to be my money maker, it ain't. Let's see if we can make that happen next year. 2026, we need it to be the money maker. We'll be here every day either way. And also, my little cocktail of random cold medicine pills. Feeling good this morning. Real good. You ain't gotta worry about me. Like, I ain't even had no cough, nothing. It was just me sneezing in my nose stuff here, shit. I got maybe a little bit of cough, and I coughed some weird shit up last night on the way home from work. Some real thick, it looked like a mushroom or something. Shit looked weird as fuck. It was undodgeable, unsatiable. It was crazy looking. Like I'm talking about, it was the consistency of like slime. Yeah. Real thick, real sticky. I'm talking about real sticky. It was bad. It was like if you coughed up a digested mushroom or something. It's terrible. Or like the inside of a Stretch Armstrong or something, except like orange. She was crazy. Coughed that right on the fuck up. And ever since then, I've been feeling somewhat okay. Not even gonna lie. Somewhat okay. Not good, but somewhat okay. But anyways. Yeah, see, I got a little bit of like I need to cough up another one of them motherfuckers or something. It's like I ain't gonna lie, that motherfucker was kind of, it was like this much, this thick, like ugh. Crazy looking. Anyways, man, we up in here, Mr. Consistency in the building. We are in this joint. You know what I mean? Nothing crazy, but we making sure it happens, man. We're trying to come in every single day around the exact same time. We're gonna capture as many of these people to come up in here and want to listen to me as possible. We're gonna interact with everybody. We're gonna try to make sure everything going good. All right. And that's just what we doing around here nowadays, man. I mean, I've been doing that since day one, ever since I got everything set up. But just got to let everybody know that we still on the same grind. We're still on the same grind. We got 86 folks over at Kick that want to listen. We got 81 over at Twitch that want to listen. We getting close to 40 on YouTube. We're getting hundreds of views on YouTube a day. We need to bump that up to 1,000, at least 1,000 views a day on YouTube. Got so many videos. Why not? I mean, my older videos are getting love, man. We getting to that point where I'm getting it like 500 on a couple of these videos, man. That feels real good. But I want hundreds a day. I want thousands a day on YouTube at least. You know what I'm saying? If we ain't gonna get the big numbers here while we live, man, then I want to get them numbers on the VODs, you know what I mean? But anyways, man, we ain't gonna gripe on numbers, man, because I don't look at the analytics that much, because this is a passion project. This is not a project of making money like it normally would be for me. But we're gonna go on and get into it, man. This is a passion project, like I said. So we got a lot of stuff that I actually give a fuck about. So let's go on and get into the videos, you know what I mean? Get into the videos. Show me what you want from me.
Right now, there must really be some stupid people in.
Video just started up all abrupt and
New York City. I honestly do believe this. Just with a little bit of deep diving on Google.
Mr. Right Mug.
One, that new mayor that y'all voted in the other day, he has no control over the rent. None whatsoever. So he lied to you there. He also has no control over the bus, so he cannot make it free. Now, he can suggest, same with the rent, but whether they do it is up to them. But he can't force them into doing it. So, and grocery stores, the free grocery stores, it's a $60 million startup. Where's he gonna get that $60 million from? You think the rich are gonna do it? Yeah, right. The rich are packing up their shit now and moving to other states. They're not stupid. So who's gonna pay it? You are. See y'all on the flip side.
You know, I was doing some research because one of the things that Mom Donnie said was he doesn't really care if rich people in New York decide that they want to relocate to another state. And his reasoning for that was because he said that their businesses are still going to be located in New York City. I don't know where this guy got his education with regard to business and understanding business principles and all of this because, he did that fake smile and everybody fell for it. And I see people that are just diehard Mom Donnie fans. And it kind of reminds me of like an Obama-esque thing when he was coming up and people were actually kind of fawning over his new ideas and the fact that he was younger and he wasn't, had never really did anything professionally or anything like that yet up to that point in his career. And so, when you start to think about it in a radical, super radical ideas, he wasn't promising more jobs. He was promising to take over buildings of landlords. He was promising to open up government-ran grocery stores. All of that sounds like communism, but then you also got to consider that he has to run all of this stuff through city council. And Kathy Hochul, who also endorsed him, now said that she disagreed with the idea of raising taxes, which she know would decimate New York City's budget, and its tax base is based off of the 1% paying 50% of all of the taxes inside of the state and the city. So when you think about all of these radical promises, and obviously we know that he was elected by, super liberal younger white women, it just kind of makes me laugh. But I think that I really do. I think that they deserve it.
I said yesterday on my post about Mondani and being the new mayor of New York City. And I told y'all, don't bring that foolishness down here. I was trying to help you out. I live in Georgia and I'm from Alabama. Alabama said they closed. And I don't want y'all down there no way either because I like to go home. So there are certain things we appreciate down here and certain things we don't appreciate. So I was just trying to make sure you knew what to expect when you came down here. But I wasn't clear, so let me make myself clear. The things we love down here, we love God. We go to church a lot. We got a church on every corner. And the church across the street could be named the same name as the church across the other side of the street. All right? So just know that we got Lutheran, Baptist, Holiness, Pentecostal, Catholic. We got all of them down here. We love going to church every Sunday. Then we like to eat after church every Sunday. And we like Sunday dinner. We love guns. Everybody got a gun. So just trying to let you know. You never know who you're running up on, so be careful because you got that concealed license. You don't even know they got it. But just be aware that the pew-pew is on the side most times. Be surprised, a lot of us down here like Donald Trump. So be aware. That may make you feel uncomfortable. A lot of us like the Confederate flag, and we fly the American flag. Every house got an American flag on it, so you may not like that. I was trying to help y'all out because my daddy over there already asking for money. And it ain't been 24 hours since he been in office.
I seen a video where it was some super liberal white women and they were gay, which is I don't really care as long as you're not pressing your
we like
using
Trump
your
shit,
values
but
on other people and trying to put it in our schools. but it was some
She
super
ain't wrong
liberal
about a
white
lot of
people.
that.
And they had moved from their incredibly liberal city, which I believe at the time was like Ann Arbor, and they said that their friends were telling them, "Oh, don't move over there. You know, they don't like us or whatever." And then they moved over into a place and they found it to be way more refreshing because they were way more welcoming than what you experience inside of a liberal city. And so the thing that people are super worried about is the place that they live in being infiltrated and changed based off of these liberal policies and these ways in which people are living. They say don't turn our place into where you came from, right? When you start to leave or when you start to run, now we know that billionaires and millionaires, most of them, they can get on up out of there, especially when, you know, their net worth is not tied into the home that they own in that particular city. But they don't want y'all turning their space into the space that you running from, and they're absolutely like they are about that life. You know what I'm saying? The same rules don't apply, but they're more welcoming, and they actually mind their business, and it's cool. And at Southern Hospitality, one of the places that I love visiting is Mississippi. I'm a stand on that. I've always been treated incredibly well in Mississippi, and I love it. I absolutely love it down in Mississippi, but it's a different type of environment.
I wasn't trying to stop y'all from being great. So down here, you may feel a little uncomfortable. Come down here, we like what we like. You like what you like. So make sure you pick a place that fit and make you feel comfortable and happy. All right, hope that helps.
So whenever I try to give someone an objective explanation on why Zohran Mamdani's policies around housing and the cost of living will likely make the crisis worse in New York City, I'm immediately met with people claiming that the laws of supply and demand don't pertain to housing. So I created some charts to explain in this video exactly how supply and demand works within the housing market as well as in municipal
The
economics.
hell is wrong with people thinking this supply and
Market's made
demand
up of
don't
price and
apply to
quantity, and for there to
housing?
be any market, there
What?
needs to be two sides of the market, the supply side and the demand side. The supply side in the housing market is made up of landlords and developers. And the supply side is greedy. It wants to be able to charge as much as possible for as many units as possible, so it has a positive relationship between price and quantity. The higher the price, the more quantity they're going to want to try to provide in the market. The demand side is made up of renters, and renters try to be as cheap as possible. They try to get as much as possible for as little as possible. So the demand curve has a negative relationship between price and quantity. The higher the price, the less they want it. The lower the price, the more demand there'll be for it. No one side gets to control prices within the market. It's where the two of them meet in the middle, which dictates market price. And the point at which they meet is called equilibrium. It's important to understand that supply and demand curves can shift based on external factors. A perfect example of this would be New York's real estate market during COVID. P1 represents what the average price of an apartment was in New York City prior to COVID. Then when COVID hit, the demand curve shift in. There was significantly less demand for rental units, so prices were lowered. At the same time, so many people were moving out of the city, supply shifted to the right. There was suddenly a huge increase in supply, so prices lowered even more. And this is why the housing crisis is a supply side issue. So objectively, in order to decrease rent, you need to increase the supply. And a big part of increasing the supply is to take away regulations that make it incredibly hard and incredibly expensive to build more inventory in the city. But that takes a lot of hard work to do. But instead of doing the hard work required to shift the supply curve to the right and decrease prices, what Mamdani plans to do is artificially cap the price with rent freeze and an extension of the rent stabilization policy. This splits the supply and demand side curves away from its equilibrium. This in turn reduces the supply of affordable housing while the demand maintains the same, and the split you get creates a shortage. What you very quickly see are two things: stunted inventory growth, there's no building of new units because it's no longer profitable to rent them, and a sharp increase in the price of rent for any non-rent controlled or rent stabilized unit. To simplify the problem even further, imagine that there is a building with 30 rent units in it, right? And 10 of them have their rent frozen. The operating expenses of that building still maintain the same. So in order to be able to run the building and meet overhead, you need to raise the rent on all the other units to subsidize the units that have a freeze on them. So at best, these policies create winners and losers, and at worst, they create only losers.
What he's basically explaining is that because of what a lot of people don't understand about New York City, also on top of what he's saying is that there's a lot of vacancy inside of New York City because of bad policy that Zoran Mamdani actually wants to embrace and increase. And so what they're trying to do is freeze the rent, which then essentially force landlords to say, well, we don't want to rent out to these people. And so we're going to wait until either the next administration or policy change or whatever, or maybe we'll just try to sell the building. But either way, we're not going to rent to people that cost us more money. It's probably more profitable for us to stay out of that business and start pivoting and having a completely different concept, which does not help New York City and it doesn't lower costs. It's a supply versus demand issue. I don't even know why I'm trying to explain this because it doesn't even matter to people that don't care anything about it. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Teach Hanley, 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm going to holler at you guys later. Peace.
Sora 2 is now on Artlist.
And you're still...
Yeah, I didn't look at any of the policies for Zohan Mamdani, whatever the fuck his name is. Hopefully, Asmongold has a little bit more light to shed on the situation without getting too racy.
Well, out front now, Zoran Mamdani, the candidate for New York City.
There he is.
Mayor. And so President Trump making it very clear here, there's no beating around the bush here. You really have no choice. You must vote for him. Andrew Cuomo, what do you say to that?
Look, this is something that we've been speaking about for months. We've known since the primary that Andrew Cuomo was funded by the same billionaires that gave us Donald Trump's second term. He denied that then. He had a phone call with...
I think this is true. I think it's very obvious that Andrew Cuomo is the... Like, if you were going to look up in the dictionary, establishment Democrat, it would have a picture of him.
President Trump trying to coordinate to stop our campaign, he then denied that. And even just until these final days, he denied that he was Donald Trump's preferred candidate. But now it's written out for the entire world to see. This is the man that Donald Trump wants to be the next mayor of New York City. And not because he'll be good for New Yorkers, but because he'll be good for Donald Trump. And New Yorkers are exhausted of this agenda in Washington. They don't want to see a mimic of it come here to City Hall.
Do you think it will help Cuomo at all in the polls?
I don't even think, in my opinion, I think most of the people that are voting in the mayor race care about local and community issues. They care about things like crime. They care about things like affordability and housing. They're not really voting probably for a lot of federal issues. Some of them are, obviously. But the things that are affecting people on a day-to-day, groceries, transportation, education, wages, these are the things that really matter to the average person. Beyond ICE raids or something else. This is all those are things that, rich white people have enough time to go out and protest, but most working class people have to actually do their job,
I guess specifically if you assume that Trump's trying to talk to that 15% of people who say they're going to vote for Curtis Sliwa.
We continue to be confident about what tomorrow will look like for us, but I do think New Yorkers must understand that Andrew Cuomo waited until the final day before the election to have this be revealed. He wanted to be able to make the message to Democrats that he was in fact the governor that he said he was, and then right at the last moment, the last opportunity to fully embrace the MAGA movement that we have long said he is tied to.
So Trump also posted, so he endorses Cuomo, okay? Then he also talked about you, referring to you as a communist. I believe last time we talked, I don't know how many times I had of him calling you a communist. That's not new. But he said, if communist candidate Zoran Mamdani wins the election for mayor of New York City, it is unlikely that I will be contributing federal funds other than the very minimum as required to my beloved first home because of the fact that as a communist, this one great...
See, this is also another way that they can fuck this guy, is that if they control the federal government while this guy is the mayor, and then they just sabotage him by not giving him funding and then also fucking him over in other ways, it will make him look like a terrible mayor and everybody will hate him. Oh, they will fuck him? Yeah, that's what they're going to do. Extortion, how un-American Trump? Well, that's what he would do. Of course that's what he would do. Yeah, that's fucked up, though. What do you mean that's fucked up? What do you think this is? What do you think? Yeah, duh. That's why it would work.
once great city has zero chance of success or even
That's the game.
survival. Okay, what do you think that means? Other than very minimum as required, could be an important clause, I suppose, in that sentence. But if he says unlikely is going to contribute federal funds, I mean, what happens then? What will you do if that's how he goes?
Well, I think you can clearly see that Donald Trump is threatened by our campaign. He's threatened by it because, like his, we've diagnosed the crisis in working class New Yorkers' lives.
I think he's right about that. I do. I think he's right. I think that in the same way that Donald Trump addressed working class people in 2016, I think that he's addressing working class people as well, just with different language. I think that's accurate.
Cost of living, but unlike him, we're actually going to deliver on that, and that is a contrast that he.
I don't think that's going to happen. I don't. I think they're going to get hamstrung at every level. They're going to be stuck in courts forever. There's going to be a million restrictions put on him. It's not going to happen.
To see, because while he is spending $300 million remodeling a White House ballroom, the same amount of money that could provide SNAP benefits for 100,000 New Yorkers, he's trying to make it harder for Americans across the country to actually afford groceries. And this money that we're talking about, it's money that New York City is owed. It's not Donald Trump's to decide which city or state will get what money. This is the money that New Yorkers are owed, and this is the money that we're going to fight for.
Okay.
Well, I mean, if he doesn't give it to you, you're not owed it. I mean, that's all there is to it. Like, you can say how much, this is owed to me and I deserve this all you want, but if he doesn't give you the money, then you don't have the fucking money. Like, that's it.
So Trump is not the only one talking about you tonight. Elon Musk is actually talking about you.
What a pair.
Yeah, it's private. Yeah, it's privately funded. Yeah, exactly.
He and obviously Musk had supported him, was crucial to his election victory. They had their falling out, but
yes,
they're back together again. Elon posts about you. Remember to vote tomorrow in New York. Bear in mind that a vote for Curtis, referring to Curtis Sliwa, whom I just mentioned, is really a vote for Mum Dummy, or whatever his name is. Vote Cuomo. All right. Why do you think he's speaking out against you? And obviously, the personal insult is in there as well, Mum Dummy.
Look, I think this is one of the more expensive endorsements that Andrew Cuomo has ever gotten, because it took $959 million in tax breaks that he gave Elon Musk for Elon Musk's pet projects back when Cuomo was the governor. And we're seeing the two twin architects of this second term of Donald Trump's presidency, in the president himself and Elon Musk, saying clearly to New Yorkers that their candidate is Andrew Cuomo. And they've picked Andrew Cuomo because they know that he will be the puppet that they want right here in New York City. And he's
the closest thing to them that there is. I mean, it's pretty actually, I don't even know if that's really true. I think it's really just as simple as Andrew Cuomo is closer to them than, he is. Like, of course they're going to choose the lesser of two evils. They probably don't like Andrew Cuomo either, but they like him more than this guy. And this guy represents a more existential threat. Right? Yeah, they're not, more aligned. Yeah, they're more aligned. Exactly.
Showing himself to not just be that, but also to be their parrot in the language that he's using to close out this election.
Okay. You talk about billionaires, and there have been some really wealthy individuals who have come out and put money in PACs against you in recent days, right? Former Mayor Michael Bloomberg among them. There are plenty of other business leaders who, in private, are afraid. They have concern. There are very few who actually will talk about it publicly, but one of them is Jamie Dimon from JP Morgan, and I'm thinking about this in light of Trump calling you a communist. Jamie Dimon did not call you a communist. He was more intellectual about it. He said, what does he really think? You know, he was part of that socialist democratic thing, which literally is more Marxist than socialist. And I read it, but I don't know what he believes in that. All right, so I guess he's basically saying he's not really sure where you stand on things. But what do you say to that concern? Is Marxist something you're comfortable with?
No, I'm a democratic socialist, and I've said it time and again. When was that quote from Jamie Dimon?
From Jamie Dimon? It was from Fortune last week.
Okay.
A Fortune conference last week.
Because what he's also come out and said in public is that in our success, this is something that business leaders would also hope for the success of the city. And I put that forward to say that despite where New Yorkers may stand on my candidacy, whatever qualms they may have, they know that I'm actually being honest with them about my ideas, about who I'm looking to fight for. And that's sadly unique in this race, because what you have is someone in Andrew Cuomo who spent the entirety of a primary campaign.
I don't think that he's being honest about eating rice with his hands.
What? He said he don't think he's What? He can eat rice with his hands. What?
I think that probably privately he might eat rice with his hands sometimes, but I think that he probably uses some form of utensils to eat with to eat rice. I do. I don't believe that he does that privately. It's a common Asian thing. I mean, yeah, but also so are chopsticks. It's an important issue. Well, I don't care. I do, because it's if somebody is going to misrepresent their image, I think that means that they are probably a liar. And really, it's kind of a mining canary. Like, if somebody is going to lie about, and I'm not even saying he's lying, but I think that, like, you know, for example, like any type of code switching or any type of I'm going to talk differently, like, you know how like politicians will sometimes talk like they have a southern accent whenever they go to like Alabama or something. If somebody does that, I'm going to immediately just assume that they're a liar. They're a lying retard that is just trying to manipulate you. Kamala Harris? Yeah, definitely. Like Hillary Clinton was like the biggest offender of this. It's a red flag. It's disingenuous. Yeah. And I think that if you're going to be disingenuous on the way that you speak or the way that you eat, imagine how disingenuous that you're going to be in terms of your own policies. I know this might sound crazy, but I don't really think that it is. I don't. I think it's just common sense. Like Jasmine Crockett. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's old interviews of her not talking like she does now. She's talking like that in order to put out an image of herself that's inaccurate. She went to a $60,000 or $70,000 a year private school. It's bullshit.
The premise that he was the best suited to take on Donald Trump. And here we are with the chyron that Donald Trump is endorsing Andrew Cuomo.
So let me ask you, because that was October 17th, so it was actually a week and a half ago. But I want to ask you, because you asked me when he said that. Are you talking?
But you're just speculating. You have no way of knowing that he's not eating like that in private. You're right. I'm guessing. You're absolutely right.
Him? Are people like that people that you're going to sit down with and eagerly work with?
I haven't watched them privately.
Look, I'll have conversations with anyone. And I've spoken to Jamie Dimon briefly, and I've spoken to a number of other business leaders across the city about my proposals. I know that there are disagreements around my fiscal policy, that I think we should raise income taxes on the top 1% of New Yorkers who make $1 million or more a year by 2%, or the fact that I think corporations' top tax rate should be matching what they pay in New Jersey. And still, there is room for an immense amount of agreement on what it means to bring the city forward, and I'll always leave that door open.
So let me just ask you about President Obama. I know that you had a conversation with him.
Obama.
What was that conversation about?
About bombing?
I appreciated the conversation with President Obama, and we spoke about both
the New York Post headline is that he's not endorsing you.
Yeah, well, the New York Post has a lot of fun with their headlines, to put it lightly. It was a conversation where we were speaking about the importance of hope in politics, the delivery of that kind of an agenda. And I also shared with him that the remarks that I had shared outside of a mosque in the Bronx not too long ago was inspired in part by his remarks on race of a more perfect union many years ago. And I think there is often a tendency in our politics to think solely in a 24-hour news cycle, and the need to sometimes step back and speak to the soul of the city, not directly. Just the cycle of that city.
Do you think that he, and he's never endorsed a mayoral candidate, so that's why I'm making the point. Of course, he wasn't going to endorse. But do you feel that he has your back? That because there are plenty in the Democratic Party who are scared of you too, and they don't know whether you're going to succeed, if they're going to sit back.
Well, they don't like, the thing is, they don't like him because he represents, there was actually a video I saw the other day. Well, I'll play the video after this.
Do you think he's someone who's going to be in there, in it with you?
Well, I appreciated the president offering to be a sounding board, and that's exactly what we see as what the future of these next few weeks and months.
It's obviously a line that Obama would want him to succeed. I mean, even if he doesn't agree with this guy on most things, he does agree with, or on some things, he agrees with him on most things. So, yeah, and it's also his party. So, like, of course he's going to want Mandami to succeed, obviously. Like, what do you mean?
It looks like speaking to those who've been in these very kinds of positions and putting together a team that reflects the best and the brightest that this city and this country has to offer, and then delivering on this agenda. And that's what actually terrifies.
And Royce is only 34 since being a new generation. Well, that's another really big factor, right? And I think this is another big thing that a lot of people aren't talking about, is the fact that there is a lot of young people, especially people that are around my age. He's 34, I'm 35. That we are sick of being micromanaged by people that can't use people that can't use email. I don't want to be told what, the internet is by somebody who can't use it. Like if you can't use a smartphone, sure, young. Well, I mean, compared to the fossils that are in Congress, yes, I would say so. This is like, yeah, absolutely. The fucking what's her name? Nancy Pelosi's 85 years old. She's 80 fucking 5. I mean, like, what are you doing still in Congress? And she's finally not going to seek re-election, apparently. But like for a long time, she was. So Trump wasn't using computers. Well, and I think this is a problem, right? Like, I don't want to have the government run by people that fundamentally don't understand everyday life. Like, technology and the internet are part of young people's everyday life. And also, just on purely a generational basis, I think that there's a lot of generational resentment that people that are around my age have towards people that are in their 60s, 70s, and 80s. Like, there's a tremendous amount of resentment because there's an understanding that these people grew up inside of an economy and inside of a culture that was, like you could say more homogenous, less extreme and destabilized, and also they had more abilities to like buy things, basically, right? And so that's it. What about term limits? Would that solve the problem? No, that wouldn't solve the problem. The problem is that I don't want to just replace somebody with a young person just because the person's young, but these are confounding variables. And I do think the fact that him being a lot younger than these other guys does play a huge role in it. Because a lot of candidates don't have a lot of young people don't have any candidates they can really relate to. And whenever you have somebody who's 34 that understands what the internet is, that's, has a Twitter account, used to be a rapper, like you could say it's stupid, but it is also, it's relatable. And that's the issue. Campaign financing is a problem. Yeah. Do you see kind of what I'm saying here? Is that there's a lot of people that are finally like, okay, finally now it's our turn. And by our turn, I mean, it's the turn of the people that are younger to be able to take office and make decisions for the future, rather than have decisions made for them by people that are going to die in 5 years.
Donald Trump and Elon Musk and even Andrew
Huge
Cuomo
factor.
the most.
Mega
it's their
factor.
fear that we will, in fact, accomplish the things that we have campaigned on. And that's one place where they're actually right.
All right, Zoran Mamdani, thank you very much. Obviously, we're hours away.
Yes.
Hours away here. Are you ready? Do you expect it's going to be a big night for you?
Not really.
I'm confident, but I'll never be complacent. But look, if people want to vote for Donald Trump and Elon Musk, they should vote for Andrew Cuomo. If people want to vote for change, they should vote for me.
All right, Zoran Mamdani, thank you very much.
Last time I voted for change, he changed his mind. We'll see what happens. I don't have a big lot of hope on this one, okay, guys? And let's be real. But yeah, remember that? And he's a good speaker. Oh, he's a great speaker. He does a very good job in interviews, and I think he's very talented as a politician. I think that anybody could acknowledge that. What does that have to do with running a country? I understand the resentment. What it has to do with running the country is that if you don't if you can't use and understand the internet, AI, and technology, you fundamentally don't know where the world is going. On just a very, very basic level, you don't understand modern life. So whenever you have somebody who's making decisions that, in my opinion, does not understand modern life, you've got a big problem. A huge problem. You're out of touch. Yeah, they're out of touch. It's that simple. I'll link you guys the video. But that's why you get people who do well, who do well, like in politics. Yeah, sure. You mentioned Obama giving a speech about race and hope, and that's a highlight criticism I had for Obama. Everybody forgot about Occupy Wall Street and started focusing on race and identity. I'm not a fan of race-based politics. I think it's very problematic, and I do think that it will lead to white people using the same identity politics that minorities have been using. It's very obvious this is what's happening. It's already started happening, but it's just going to continue getting worse, in my opinion, is that you're going to have more and more white people weaponizing and using identity politics in the same way. Okay. In the same way that, Jesus. Okay. I forgot what I was going to say. Give me a second. What the fuck was it? What was that? Jesus.
It just sounds like New York is a shit show. I don't know what else. I don't know. I don't understand any of the policies or politics behind any of it. It just sounds like it's a shit show, and I don't want nothing to do with it. New York peaked when Jay-Z had the museum out there.
So this is
and I'm
TSA, not TSA, bag check. We're going to start a timer here in a second and let you guys know how long it takes to get through the checkpoint today. It's early in the morning and there's this many people here today. Okay, so we just got inside. I'm gonna start the timer. This is for people getting tickets. We'll see what happens when we get out of here. Never seen so many people at an airport this early in the morning. So, just saying that they are at capacity at TSA, so we're waiting in line to get in line for. Stay tuned, guys. I used the Clear. I'm glad I signed up for that in Tulsa. This is nuts. So that is the non-Clear line. I have a 15-minute wait. When you guys get here, sign up for Clear, and it will be much better. All right, so I made it through security. I did use Clear pre-pass, and 25 minutes.
Not bad.
But everybody else, I bet they're going to be like an hour getting through TSA because it is really backed up. So good luck, guys.
And that, you know, the thing about it is that that's early in the morning. So the mid-afternoon flights is probably going to be way worse. I always suggest, if you can, take an early morning flight. The problem with that, though, is that if you're going somewhere where you need a hotel, most of the time you can't check into a hotel until after 2, 3 p.m., whatever time it is that you're there. The other side of it is if you leave really, really late, a lot of times that's also a possibility. But then again, with all of the delays and the cancellations, that could be a problem as well. I signed up for everything. I got Clear, I got pre-check, TSA pre-check. I go through the priority line. I do all of that stuff, and I'm willing to pay for it because this is what you can avoid. You can avoid yourself having to deal with stuff like this that will slow you down, whereas he got through in like 25 minutes. Also, I did a video before where they were saying that international flights was going to be the priority. And then they also said that hubs were the next biggest priority. So if you are traveling, if you have to, I would say if you don't have to, stay home. But if you have to, then you might have to pay the extras in order to not be in those lines. So other than that, though, you know, just stay focused. You got to do what you got to do. Try to be there early, you know, and get out of there late. If not, then you just going to have to suffer the consequences if you going to wing it. But I always just tell people, if you don't have to at this time, to stay home until they open up the government, because safety is the number one issue and the number one priority for me.
Currently at Atlanta Airport, and I thought I was going to be a smart cookie and arrive early, on time even, for my 8:30 p.m. flight. It is 6:58 p.m. The lines for TSA are so empty, but it doesn't even matter because every single flight is literally canceled. How am I supposed to get home? How is anybody supposed to get home? Everyone's just playing Monopoly, and it's a huge lottery to who gets home tonight and who doesn't. I'm like wondering if I should wait on standby, and the flight that I'm on standby for is delayed by an hour and 45 minutes, so that one's probably gonna get canceled too. And we're loving life right now. This is great. I'm not freaking out at all. Also, I know everyone's trying their best, but I was just auto rebooked into a flight with no text, no warning. I don't know what seat I have. Nothing.
Well, y'all, we boarded the plane. Okay, we're sitting on the tarmac, getting ready to take off. We're literally sitting in the middle of the airport, and the pilot comes on, shuts the engine off, and says they've essentially canceled your flight. I'm sorry. So now we're sitting here with a plane full of people. All of our luggage is on this plane, sitting in the middle of the airport with no update. We've been sitting here for about 15 minutes. We were supposed to take off 15 minutes ago. They came on, gave us one update, and said that there wasn't an update. So, yeah, this is how my honeymoon's starting. The flight was delayed. We made it through security in 4 minutes. There's screaming children on the plane. only to get on the plane for them to cancel our flight.
Hey, shout out to the people that's going on their honeymoon and taking a Spirit flight while the government is shut down. Boy, couldn't have been any worse planning than I'd have ever seen in my entire life. And Spirit is filing for bankruptcy. I'm going into the Patreon today and I'm breaking down people. Obviously, we talking about the hospitality industry, the airline industry, the AI bubble, and then Elon Musk pay package. So make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. But my point is that if you can avoid flying, if you can avoid being in these situations, if you can avoid having to sit on a tarmac, because I didn't sat on that tarmac before. I've never sat on there and got my plane canceled, but I have sat on the tarmac before, and I remember I forgot where I was going to. I don't remember exactly where I was going to, but I had to rebook. I wound up canceling my flight altogether. It might have been out to Vegas or something like that. I don't remember. Actually, it was out to DC. And, you know, it was just getting delayed. They said it was weather and all of that stuff. And I had been sitting in the airport for like 5 hours. And that's when I had determined that I got to do better. You know what I'm saying? I got to do better because that was ridiculous. Now, thankfully, I was able to just jump in my car. And I didn't, do any luggage or anything like that. I was able to just jump in my car and go back to the crib and get some good sleep. But sometimes it's just not worth it to have to deal with a lot of the headaches that you're dealing with at the airport, especially during this time.
Literally, as we're about to take off. And where we're going is about a 14-hour drive, so that's not exactly ideal. And we already have a hotel and a rental car rented in Florida, paid for. So stay tuned for an update and pray we get this plane in the air.
Just made it back home in the first hours or first day, I guess, of the restriction, the airspace restriction that was brought on by this shutdown. I have 3 pieces of advice for you. First of all, don't fly if you don't have to, right? You got to start prepping your family now for not flying to see them for Thanksgiving. It's going to be a nightmare if this continues to go. Second, don't fly on a Friday. Don't fly on a Sunday. You're flying on a Saturday or you're flying on a Wednesday. Don't force it at the same time everybody else is trying to. And third, you're going to sit on the tarmac.
Well, one of the things that he said, don't fly on a Friday and don't fly on a Sunday. Most people fly on Fridays and Sundays. Wednesdays and Saturdays are generally better. When I flew in and out of Atlanta, it was on a Saturday. Most of the flights that I take is on a Wednesday because that's the day where I choose not to stream later on in the evening. But that actually works out for me very, very well. But everybody is flying on a Friday, and everybody, sometimes Thursdays, Fridays, but definitely Sundays.
My flight had to sit on the tarmac for a couple of hours. So you've got to have your phone charged up. You've used the restroom before you've gone onto the plane, and you are snacked up. You've got snacks like whoa, because you don't want to be hangry. So just remember, everybody right now is working on a volunteer basis, including the people that are keeping you alive from the air traffic control tower.
That's crazy to think about it, right? Seriously, in a general sense, like that's really crazy to think about that these people are working with no pay. They're working with no pay, zero pay whatsoever. That's insane, bro. That is absolutely insane. But again, if you can avoid it, avoid it. If you can't, then do what you got to do and just try to be prepared as possible and be prepared to be delayed and possibly have your flight canceled. Let me know what y'all think inside of the comments. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Teach Hanley, 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm going to keep you guys updated.
Well, we're going to be married at first sight.
The crazy part is that I work here, and I haven't seen lines like that at all. But I do work night shift, so I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's like that in the morning. But
What the hell's going on over here?
Well, if you guys haven't heard, TSA agents and air traffic controllers are being told to come to work without getting paid. Listen. We preach this over and over and over again that something like this was going to happen. And here's the thing. I've been getting tons of DMs. I've been getting tons of emails from TSA agents saying, Orlando, listen, this is horrible. We're going to break. We're going to quit. Yes, we're going to quit. We're going to go ahead and walk off their job because we don't know when our next paycheck is coming. Now, I know a lot of you guys are thinking to yourselves, Orlando, that can't be true. From what we've been hearing, morale has been great. The spokesman for the air traffic controllers and the TSA agents, they're coming out saying, these guys are fine. Nothing is wrong. Don't worry. None of these guys are upset that they're not getting paid. Are you serious? Are you serious? Do you not understand? Listen. We're gonna jump into it. I was about to go into a rant right there. But guys, listen, my name is Orlando. Welcome to the channel, guys. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. It really does help out the channel. And also, guys, you know what I'm about to say. I have a newsletter, and guess what? It is completely free. How can you be free? You can't. And then also, too, if you need any type of financing that deals with commercial properties or investment properties, I am your guy. I've been a lender for almost 20 years, and I can assist you with that. That information is in the pinned comment in the description, guys. Let's jump straight to it. I showed you that first beginning clip because I wanted you guys to see the result of what's currently happening.
It's bad, real bad.
If you are deciding for Christmas and for Thanksgiving coming up, right? You're thinking to yourself, oh, everything's going to be great. I'm going to have a seamless trip. This is going to be great. I'm going to see family. And then I would say something along the lines of, yeah, safety it matters when someone's getting paid. Safety matters when they can pay their bills for their family. See, all of that stuff matters. Them doing the job, they're not doing it for free. Nobody is doing anything for free.
I can answer that. For money.
See, I know these guys want to tell you, guess what? Morale is up. These guys love working without a paycheck because they care about safety, and you guys getting on the airplane more than they care about the paycheck that they're receiving.
Yeah, right.
Who said that?
Didn't I tell you? It was just a matter of time.
TSA agents and air traffic controllers like, we never said that. We want our paycheck. And see, here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. And I've said it over and over and over again. I said, we know that individuals live paycheck to paycheck. We know this. 60 to 70% of individuals live paycheck to paycheck. So what's going to happen when you take that individual, which is 70% of individuals, living paycheck to paycheck, and you tell them you're not going to receive a paycheck for 28 days. That's currently where we are today.
Pay me my money.
That's what you're saying to individuals. You're not going to get a paycheck for 28 days.
That's crazy.
But listen. You don't have to take my word for it. Take the TSA spokesman. He's going to tell you how great these guys are doing.
What's the morale like at the TSA right now?
I think morale is strong. I know these individuals, of course, are mission dedicated. They're focused on really ensuring the safety and the security of our skies every single day. But of course, they're human beings like you and I, and so they have bills to pay and childcare, to help facilitate and support. So again, they're mission dedicated, but they're definitely feeling the impacts every single day.
Should Americans be confident in the security of our nation's airports during this time?
Yes, we are focused on operational continuity. We are ensuring that there's no degradation in security in the slightest. However, we have seen some isolated impacts from a security perspective in terms of wait lines. So there will be, we've seen isolated impacts, to wait times specifically. And if this continues on as the days continue, we expect those wait times to increase. So we're hoping.
Listen, I'm not the one who said it. You heard it from him first. He said, morale is strong.
Yeah. True.
Do you believe that? And do you believe that your safety is okay when the people who are bound to keep you safe aren't getting paid?
And this is bad, real bad.
Let's make this make sense. If people aren't getting paid, are they paying attention? I know. Listen, no one doesn't want to talk about this. Nobody wants to say, maybe we shouldn't travel right now.
Shut up.
Listen, I know everybody wants you to spend money on travel. I know everybody doesn't care about the safety factor. But to me, 8,000 air traffic controllers calling off of work, not getting paid, TSA agents not getting paid and not showing up for work, I think that's a safety issue.
Make peace to save your people.
I hear somebody may say, Orlando, is it really that big of an issue? I don't know. Like, do you think it's a safety issue for an airport at one particular time to not have anyone who can look after planes? Yeah, that happened. An airport didn't even have air traffic controllers. You would think that would be enough to say, time out. Maybe we should cancel some flights. Maybe this isn't safe.
Get money.
But listen. I know. You heard the man, the spokesman for TSA, for the air traffic controller from the last video. We know what all of these guys say. Everything is great. You guys have nothing to worry about. But they're also telling the general public, while they are hurting, they know this is the job that they need to do. And it's really not going to affect them as much as you think it would. I mean, listen, why not just come out and say the morale is bad?
An absolute categorical never.
I get it. Because if he said that, then it would be, listen, let's just listen to what TSA agents are actually saying.
For the second time in nearly 10 years, Devin Rayford, a lead officer for TSA, is not getting paid because of a federal government shutdown.
It's like slavery almost. So you're going to work, they're making us work, they're threatening us at the same time, but everyone pretty much is working for free. Nobody wants to go to work and work for free.
Rayford, who was also impacted by the 2018 through 2019 government shutdown, says he does not think this will end until after Thanksgiving. He tells WREG that this time of uncertainty has forced some airport workers to quit because they can't make ends meet.
Did you hear what this gentleman just said? He said, listen, you ain't gonna make me work without no pay. You're not gonna make me work without any pay. And listen, guys. Listen, I want you guys to really think about this. I know you guys have loyalty towards the government. I know you guys have loyalty towards your employer. I know you guys have loyalty. But let me ask you this question. Do you still have loyalty to these guys after you're not getting paid and they're on vacation? I'm just asking for a friend. These guys that you have loyalty to, they're on vacation.
I beg your pardon?
But they're still getting paid while they're on vacationing, but you are at work with zero pay. Now, make it make sense to me. This is the reason why I say this all the time. You have to take care of you, yourself, and your family first. Fact. This is what I don't want you guys to forget. You guys are going through this trouble right now. And let me just make this perfectly clear. I don't want anyone to lose their paychecks, their money. I want you to get it all. But let me just tell you this. I hope you remember this. I hope that when the faucet gets turned back on, you just don't rub your hands and wash your hands of the situation and forget it. Because this is what you need to remember. Just because the faucet gets turned back on, don't go back to being loyal now. Don't go back to being, I'm glad this is over. Man, now I'm going to be super loyal.
Yeah, I know, I heard that. That's corny.
If you're not going to use this opportunity to fuel taking care of you and yours, making sure that you have a 6-month savings account, to make sure that you budgeting, to make sure that your finances, your credit, all of these things that I'm talking about, remember, this is for you. This isn't for me. This is for you to make sure that if things like this happen again, you can ride the wave. I'm trying to get you to a space where you can ride out these things and take advantage of it.
Cleveland, this is for you.
We've been losing a lot of people due to not getting paid. So they've been switching occupations. And like I said before, the young people, they don't know like when their next check's coming in or when the next meal is coming in and to be able to provide for their families.
The father of two says he's had to dip into his savings account to take care of his daughters, but he doesn't know how much longer he can do it. With the holiday season quickly approaching, Rayford is calling on lawmakers to end this government shutdown now.
To lock in and get it done, you know, because they're not the ones suffering from this. We're suffering from this. And like I said, nobody wants to go to work and work for free and not know where their next meal or check is coming from.
Right.
In the meantime, Rayford says he's contacting food banks and other nonprofits who can help his family and his coworkers who haven't been paid for weeks. Reporting for your news leader, Raven Copeland, WREG News Channel 3.
And to be honest with you guys, the way it's looking, it doesn't look like it's going to end anytime soon. I've literally been looking, and all of the sides say, we're going to be here for a minute.
There's no money in it.
We're going to continue to see individuals lose paychecks. We're going to continue to see people get laid off. Because you got to remember, guys, I need you guys to remember, I know it hasn't been in the news, it hasn't been in the forefront of your mind, but people are still getting laid off.
I love my job, I'm good at it, and I'd like to keep it.
They're getting laid off during a government shutdown. Make that make sense. What did I say to you guys was going to happen? I said to you guys, listen, I know these guys are going to tell you.
We got tons of seasonal work. We got you guys covered. UPS, tons of seasonal work. Amazon, tons of seasonal work.
But they're going to lay off. They're going to lay people off. Those permanent jobs, they're gone. Yeah, we'll give you seasonal jobs, but we're going to lay you off at the beginning of January, if not at the end of December.
It's an evil world we live in.
And then you also hear that tons of these federal workers are quitting. Tons of these federal workers are saying, enough is enough. This isn't working for my mental. This isn't working spiritually, whatever it may be. You're deciding that at the end of the day, this isn't what you signed up for. But let me explain this to you guys. Hopefully that federal jobs are unfireable. Remember that? That was one of the biggest things coming out of this. Individuals say it to you, to me, to anybody that would listen. Guess what? These federal jobs, you can do whatever you want here. They're not going to let you go.
I am above the law.
Remember that? Remember? That's what people were saying in my comments. Orlando, I hear you, but there's no way that they can let us go. There's tons of rules, regulations, they got all of this stuff that they have to do before they let us go. So I don't know what you're talking about, but you don't know what you're talking about. They're not going to let us go.
You can't touch this.
But where are we today? Where are we today? They found a way to let you go. But listen. Maybe it's not enough for you to hear it from me. Maybe you can hear it from one of your own who's telling you she isn't making a dime.
With bill collectors calling, TSA officer LaShonda Palmer is doing what she must.
Okay, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go to a blood bank. I'm gonna make sure you get your money. I'm gonna figure it out.
The local 333 union president has been with the TSA for 23 years. And like everyone in her AFGE union, she's been working without pay for 28 days.
It's extremely devastating because now you really don't have anyone to rely on.
She carries the weight of caring for her children and grandchildren, as well as her colleagues.
It's my job to take care of them, not vice versa.
Now, you have a federal worker here who's literally selling her blood.
Crazy.
She's selling her blood for money to make ends meet.
I immediately said, I f***ing love it.
Now, I know a lot of you guys would think to yourself and you go, man, this is crazy.
There's so many easier ways to get home and get somebody right now in that situation, man.
Do
You
you
better
have
come
a
up off of
6-month
it.
emergency savings account? Have you gotten your credit together? Let me guess. You haven't even budgeted. Let me guess. You're still ordering from DoorDash. You're still going out every day instead of making your lunch. Instead of saving money, you're spending extra money. Going to Chris Brown concerts. Going to the Bahamas. Going to Jamaica? Going to Mexico. You want that new car, that Hellcat, that BMW. You can't buy it, so you're going to lease it. Oh, man, that luxury apartment with all those amenities that you know you will never use, but you still want them, and you're still going to sign up for it. You see all those things that I just named? That was just off the top of my head. This is what I'm trying to protect people from. Yes, you do have a great job. You do have one of those great jobs that your grandma told you about. A good, steady paid job that you thought that was forever. But let me tell you this, guys. This lady, 23 years in, and she still got hit. They don't know who you are. I say this all the time. They don't know who you are. I know you think that you work for a federal agency and they know your name because they just throw your parties and they give you trophies. They told you were the best worker, and they gave you a little plastic trophy to say 2025 best worker. And you think they know your name? They still didn't know your name.
Who's this guy? So it's hard. It's hard. It's hard to come to work every day as the president of this local, and I can't help my members.
An added blow to the furloughed TSA workers, food relief. SNAP benefits are paused come November. The last government shutdown in 2019, the process was much easier.
I left with a card that day with benefits. They told me would be on there within 24 hours. This time around, when I went, they told me that I technically still had an income and that I would have to wait.
With 2 kids, TSA officer and local union vice president Maggie Sabatino has had to make hard decisions without federal help and heading to work without pay.
They want you there and they don't care what you have to sacrifice to get there.
Did you hear what she just said? They want you there, but they don't care what you have to sacrifice to be there. Does that sound like family? Look, I'm just asking for a friend. I know a lot of people believe that it's the TSA family. It's the family. But does that sound like family to you?
Hell no!
It doesn't to me. I mean, I wouldn't want family that wants me to sacrifice anything to be at that place. Your kids? Sacrifice. Get them out of here. Oh, you want to feed your kid? Get them out of here. Your elderly mom? We don't care. Get them out of here. Your husband or your wife? Listen, if we could get an AI bot chat to do your job, we would. They don't care. And then what do? They know that you're not getting paid through us, so then they send you to the SNAP office that is not giving out any benefits. It's like they know you won't get anything and you need to come to work. I'm just a guy who knows finances, that can see the patterns of economic turmoil that seem to repeat itself over and over and over. And I also realize that corporations care about money more than you. But anyway, listen, it's gonna get worse before it gets better. It is. Listen, and I say this over and over and over again to make sure that people get it and that people aren't skipping past it and that people don't think that all of a sudden, at the end of 2025, miraculously, it's gonna get better. It's not.
Get ready.
We still have a lot of things to go through. Inflation is still going up. Wages still haven't even caught up yet. Housing is still high, but going low in some areas. But overall, it's still high. So how do you prepare for things that are going to get worse? You have to sacrifice. And when you sacrifice, it's not going to be fun. It's not going to be fun. But you will be happy when you come out on the other end. I promise you that. But you will be happy when you come out on the other end. I promise you that. Anyway, guys, if you love content like this, please join the Patreon. Trust me, you will love it over there. We do exclusive videos over there. You won't get all of your information from this one video. I need you to watch this video right here. Yes, this one right here. It will give you information on the housing market, financial news, and get you into your first rental property. I will see you guys on the next one. Thanks.
I don't know why I be watching this motherfucker, man. Swear to you.
Let's begin with Madeline Rivera live from Washington with the latest on when we can expect this shutdown to officially end. Maddie, good morning.
Good morning, Todd. Well, the vote the Senate took overnight is the first step in a series of procedural maneuvers. And of course, the House will have to vote on the package too. So it will take a few more days before the government reopens. But Sunday's vote was the first clear sign that a bipartisan deal had been reached after a roughly 40-day stalemate. The Senate voted 60-40 to back a revamped GOP funding bill that would keep the government open until the end of January. 8 Democrats joined Republicans to pass the bill, including Senate Minority Whip Dick Durbin, Senators Tim Kaine, Catherine Cortez Masto, and Jackie Rosen, among others.
This is the beginning to show and fight for Americans across the country. Let me just say this. With the government open, we can focus on passing a full bipartisan budget for 2026.
I understand that not all of my Democratic colleagues are satisfied with this agreement. But waiting another week or another month wouldn't deliver a better outcome. So let me be clear. No one in the Senate chamber wants to extend the ACA tax credits more than I do.
I joined this group to make sure that we could get important protections for federal employees. And what we have in this bill is the restoration of all the furloughed employees and a guarantee of their back pay.
So despite them touting what they did get, these Dems are facing criticism from their party because the package does not include a deal on Obamacare subsidies. It only includes a guarantee on a vote for the tax credits, far from what progressives and Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer had pushed for.
Tonight, 8 Democrats voted with the Republicans to allow them to go forward on this continuing resolution. And to my mind, this was a very, very bad vote. We got a lot.
Bernie Sanders, Chuck Schumer, AOC, and all of the rest of these Democrats outside of the 8 that broke was willing to let our air safety continue to be compromised. They were willing to let our government employees continue to go without a paycheck. And all they did over this last 40 days was embarrass themselves. That's all they did over the last 40 days was embarrass themselves. They just showed their true colors. They showed that they were unwilling to negotiate in good faith, which probably eroded the relationship that they had with the Republicans. And they were willing to let you starve and let you go without money to feed your family, to feed your kids. And I bet you everybody is happy. So many people are happy now that we are back open with the government. And now they can start to go back to the table, like Trump said in the very, very beginning, because this is what Trump said. This is what J.D. Vance said. This is what all of the Senate Republicans were saying, listen, let's open the government right now, and then we can go back to the table and have this conversation more extensively about how we can pass a comprehensive budget to make sure that all Americans is taken care of, because we are governing all Americans. Make no mistake about it. The Senate's #1 job is to continue to control the purse strings and ensure that everybody gets paid. Before we even talk about negotiations, before we even talk about going back and forth. And Trump floated the idea of hitting the nuclear option and continuing to break with the opportunity to have them vote and just open it up on their own. And that would have completely gutted everything. But he continued to, have this conversation with them. And eventually, you had to have 8 Democrats, which we got to salute to them. I know that John Fetterman was going to be one of them because he was very critical of Democrats in the first place. So you already had him and you had a few others. But you needed some brave souls to step up and do the right thing. And we finally got that. And so now the government can be back open. People can get their pay. You can be, comfortable going through TSA without worrying about the lines being slammed during holiday season. People can go back to getting their SNAP benefits like they was all, absolutely just torn apart of. And we can get back to business. But again, that super socialist Bernie Sanders didn't like this, and he's not happy about what's going on right now.
A lot of work to do. But to be honest with you, tonight was not a good night.
Democratic Congressman Ro Khanna is already targeting Schumer, saying Senator Schumer is no longer effective and should be replaced. If you can't lead the fight to stop health care premiums from skyrocketing for Americans, what will you fight for? Moving forward, senators need to reach a time agreement before holding a final vote on the package. Then it will only need a simple majority to pass the upper chamber. Todd.
Miles to go before we sleep. Maddie, thank you. With that, let us bring in former advisor to Donald Trump, Jason Miller. And Jason, you heard in Maddie's report the Democrats touting all of the things that they got. But to me, they didn't really get anything. All they got was a promise to hold a vote on Obamacare subsidies. So, Jason, what was the point of all this?
Well, exactly. There was no point. This entire shutdown was unnecessary. It was unneeded. And the only reason why it happened is because Senator Chuck Schumer and other Senate Democrats are scared to death of the extremist wing of their party, the AOCs, and they're worried they're going to get primary challenges. I really think that there's going to be a reckoning here, both from Americans, travelers who are stranded at airports or had flights canceled, members of the military who had to stand in line for food banks because they didn't have money coming in because of what the Senate Democrats did. And also, I think there'll be a reckoning, as we saw from Ro Khanna saying this about Senator Schumer, from the extremist left within the Democrat base saying, Chuck Schumer, why did you cave? So this was completely unnecessary. It was unneeded all along. Senator John Thune said, just simply pass the continuing resolution, open government, then we could talk about health care. But instead, Chuck Schumer decided to hold everybody hostage.
Again, the exact same continuing resolution that everybody voted for back in March. Nothing changed except for the primaries from the left that you just mentioned. For the rest of this week, Senate Democrats can really do this the easy way, or they can do this the hard way. They can fast track the process to get this to the House quickly, or they can force it to just drag on all week long. Which path do you think the Democrats in the Senate will choose?
I think even though many of the Senate Democrats will echo the thoughts of Bernie Sanders saying that they didn't like this vote, I think the reality is that the vast majority, the biggest group of Senate Democrats are glad that some of their colleagues caved because this is what everybody wanted. There was no one at home who was saying, Senators, thank you for keeping the government shut down. This was massive chaos. We saw what it did to the markets. We saw from Secretary Bessent saying the impact that this has had on the economy. And Americans want to get going with life. And we don't want to be held up and held hostage by nonsense political games.
All right, I'm going to put this in the category of good news, even though obviously we didn't need to get here this way. This other thing could really be good news. Let's get to this now. President Trump promising a tariff dividend to all Americans. Quote, people that are against tariffs are fools. We are now the richest, most respected country in the world with almost no inflation and a record stock market price. 401ks are highest ever. We are taking in trillions of dollars and will soon begin paying down our enormous debt, $37 trillion. Record investment in the U.S., plants and factories going up all over the place. Here's the key part, Jason, a dividend of at least $2,000 a person, not including high-income people, will be paid to everyone. Jason, how realistic is this? Could our bank accounts actually see a boost?
So I love this idea from President Trump, and this is the way that he always looks outside of the political norms and says he can deliver for the American people. We're still digging our way out of the hole that Joe Biden left us. 4 years of absolute financial chaos, and we're seeing what President Trump is doing with the big, beautiful bill, the no tax on tips, no tax on Social Security, no tax on overtime. But many Americans are still struggling to get back on foot after what they saw from Joe Biden. And so I think this idea to take $2,000 per person with the exception of the higher wage earners and say, let's give Americans a little bit of a boost here, let them get some of that credit that's coming in from the tariffs, I think would be a great shot in the arm. It'll dovetail right with what President Trump is doing by bringing down gas costs and other costs and keeping inflation low. So I love it. I hope they do it.
Yeah, that'll be awesome. But more importantly, and we'll cover all of this during the Millionaire Morning Show, but more importantly, we're excited to get the government back open because it had started to become a safety issue. And people were even starting to get evicted out of their homes that actually was going to work every day. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Teach Henley, 40%
So it's
off
back
your first
up.
order, 20% off for life. I love you. I appreciate you. I'll holler at you guys later. Peace.
So we back up and running.
And today we're reacting to Lala Baptiste just proved why female streamers fell off. Female streamers were having a great legendary run. It was looking kind of like the rap game for, you know, female rappers been going crazy, but they ain't stick. And I'd have my little theories and ideologies, you feel what I'm saying? They're still the ones that are still here, obviously, but yeah, I feel like it hasn't been like what it was after Streamer U. That's when we really saw a lot of them. Anyway, let's get to the video. Let's do it.
I feel like a lot of men come together on Twitch and they do things together. I
feel like they box out the girls they're not sleeping with. I'll say it.
Yeah, and like
if you're not giving up, you probably are a little gated. I don't care.
Yeah, no,
I've got nothing to lose
say
over
it
here.
all.
If girls did certain things that men did on Twitch, they would be far more canceled. I feel like if we're not flirting or playing the part with men, it's really
so hard.
Like
even
and
just
I'm
the
watching y'all, and I'm
collabing
watching from like an outside perspective. Like even with y'all collabs, it's not flirty and sexy and what they want to see. It's not interesting.
Oh yeah, I don't want to watch.
Well, then why
it's
are you
not
collabing
interesting.
with the men creators? Collab with other girl creators.
Yeah, okay. That might be true in some ways, but at the end of the day, like, there's the same thing on the male's perspective where it's like, oh, you're this type of creator. If you're not doing this, it's not interesting to me or whatever. This is that and the third. You got to also understand, right?
Oh shit, your audience.
Twitch is a place that has Twitch is a place where
there's a bunch of biases.
You find a creator that you like and you are now watching them for what it is that you know them for, right? These people add new parties and new types of things, and when you're playing this game and this role with them, they now are getting introduced to you and seeing you as the person that is associated with the person that I watch. And this is the relationship that they share, and I'm seeing that parasocially, right? So when I see that, and then now when you say, hey, I also have my own thing here, and I give you the chance to pull up for what I give you the chance as a watcher, and I see you, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and watch this person now, and it's not, and you're not the person that, you know, you're showing your true self and how you move and what you like to do and this is that and the third. Oh, I'm not very interested in that because I was interested in more whenever you were moving like this, what you showed me initially, right? You was being freaky on here. I thought I was about to see here and get freaky. You're going on these these dudes streams whose platform is young men, young kids, young men, teenagers, horny niggas, going on the platforms of niggas that are horny niggas, and then being surprised that the audience is just horny young niggas that just want to see you do what you are and be flirty and all that on your joint. You didn't garner up no community of people, loyal people that are like, I like when Lala Baptiste and her friends paint on pumpkins for Halloween. I just love her so much that I want to see that. Think about all the women that are running it up doing their thing. They have such like personalities and they're people, like they're showing certain things. They're funny. Look at like the Quinn Blackwells, the Emily's, the you know what I'm saying? The people that are like that. I think you seen the guy, her community. I'm not too sure what she got going on. I don't really watch them, but I just see him from what like the surface, for you know, from a fly on the wall. It's like they have something here. And I think a lot of women just kind of realize, some of these women, just like a lot of guys got to realize too, that they just not, like, you're not the most entertaining person. You just have something behind you and be happy with what you got, unless you're just going to turn into a new different type of creator and really learn the game.
They want to, like, people really live through it, especially like Twitch live content, because it's easier to get invested in people and really feel like you know them, which has its pros and cons, but at the end of the day, you don't really know everyone.
Boy, those are some wild claims right there. Over the past year, we've made quite a few videos on the plight of the female streamer. And at the end of every single video, we've given some sort of advice that we thought would probably push people into a more positive direction. But honestly, month in and month out, event in and event out, moment in and moment out, now, we constantly see female streamers fall back into those bad habits. At the beginning of the year, a lot of the female streamers sought down the path of changing the trajectory for them and their futures forever by doing—
Shout out Kai too. He really helped pave this. Like, he put everybody in an area together. I feel like that so many female streamers turned up.
Doing something that a lot of people didn't think they would do. See, at Streamer University, a lot of them started to click up and connect with one another, saying that they would form new unions and, create content groups and collaborate more and vow against the men.
But also, whether I'm single or not single, I don't feel like that has a difference on my content or career, because like I said, like I'm very focused on the girl content. So guys have asked me to collab, but if I don't see a purpose or benefit in it for me, then it's a no. Because
and that's the thing too, like, for sure it doesn't in no way does it benefit you, because they're not coming to watch. There you go, like, get your girls together. You do girl content, get the girls together. It's just, you gotta as it's easier for guys, because we've been a certain way, we've been thinking about this a certain way and all this, to be programmed to open our phone and open up Twitch and watch stuff. It's very rare that I see a girl or know a girl. Like, my girl is into the YouTube world because of me, right? Hey, man, look at this, who Corey Kitchens, this who Berleezy is. This is da-da-da. I'm a YouTuber, so she knows who I am. She sees other girl YouTubers, so she likes Berleezy's sister, likes to watch her, right? So she's into the world because she understands, because I'm in the world. But if ask any of her friends whenever we pull up, and they seeing like, oh, this is nice. What's your man do? And she's like, he's a YouTuber. They don't know nothing about none of that. So because of that, ladies gotta, like, I feel like these female streamers gotta build their fan base up, like, with their women. Yeah, this is that and the third, and they're gonna have to, like, start a migration of women just starting to open up Twitch. You feel me? And open up Twitch and watching YouTube and knowing YouTubers and stuff like that. It's gonna take some time, but it's new, relatively new in the game, where this mass female presence. Y'all just put the work in, like, that's what it is.
It's just the same little thing, like the little fake flirting, the dirty macking, and I just felt like, how am I benefiting from this?
Right.
I'm not. So that was why my decision was my decision.
And it was seemingly working. Like, I saw a bunch of people get used last year or in years past as just props for content creation and stream to
see. Okay, I got an opinion on this, because as of late, since I've cut back on my own streaming hours and I started to consume more content that's not just YouTube based, personal stuff that I'm just looking at just for the hell of looking at it, like Madden shit or video game reviews and movies and movie reviews and shit like that. When I actually start looking around to see what everybody else got going on, so I can, have an idea of what I should be doing to get better, other content creators or whatever. I run into a plethora of girls, women streamers that I used to, I personally know from my past. Like, either I grew up with or went to school with, or I know through other people that I've already known from the music industry or whatever like that, or just Facebook socialism is or whatever. And all honesty, the majority of their fan bases are men that just want to see them because they're cute or what have you. This is almost the same situation as the WNBA. Nobody's going there to see you play the game. They want to see you cute in a basketball outfit, doing what they want, what they like to see you anyways. You know what I'm saying? So, and very seldomly do you see girls praising girls inside of girl streams, even though they're doing a complete girl stream. You know what I'm saying? They'll have the girly backgrounds. They'll have the, girl, what is it? Girl type situations. And a lot of times they don't get any kind of patronism. Nobody's, buying the product, technically, if you want to call it that, because there's mostly just dudes in there trying to flirt. You rarely ever see major girl streamers collab with one another. And that's, you know, that's that's systematic of all girls uh inside of a social bubble anyways. A lot of times, and I work with 99% women in my job. And honestly, women don't work well together. Women don't work well together. I mean, I don't know what it is, why, but they don't. And since they don't work well together, they have a lot of resentment, they have a lot of jealousy, they have a lot of social hierarchies that doesn't make any sense to anybody besides them, and they will refuse to help one another out, work alongside one another, do things that the other one is doing, or collab, or you know, in mass go hang out with the girls at the girl stream. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why. They be knowing each other. They be cool with each other, or cool with each other, from what I understand. But like, they don't really do too much more than, "Hey, girl," and then call it a day. Whereas dudes, like y'all see, I got people like Uger, I got like Life Lessons, I got a couple other people that come in, camp out for a long period of time, talking shit, cracking jokes. Then I got people I know in real life that come in, camp it out, do lurks and whatever like that, and chill out. And I'm small, you know what I'm saying? But it's like the people are feeding into what I'm actually doing. They feeding into what I'm laying down. Women can't get that kind of camaraderie because it's some kind of innate genetic code where they have to just be at odds with one another. It's like the Cardi B and Nicki Minaj thing, like on a smaller scale, continuously. Like you can't shout somebody out because they're doing the same thing you doing, and they might be cutting into what you doing, and then y'all can't collab with one another because you just don't like this one tiny facet of her or something. You know what I'm saying? It's weird, but it's the WNBA. They're not going to go pay for them. They're not going to go pay these tickets to get this stuff rolling, to have people, you know, inside the building. They would rather. What the hell just happened? Oh, okay, we good. They would rather have all of the men pay the ticket, and then they come in for free and say a little blah 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 blah, so they can get some of the men to leave there to go to theirs. You know what I'm saying? At least that's what I see. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Only be benefited by the guys. You know, the community would turn on them after they said something that they didn't like or decided not come on stream, or even go on one stream with this guy, another stream with this guy. Now they're
And that's another thing. I mean, just because they flirting don't mean you got to flirt back. And now you're going on these multiple streams with multiple different men, and then the girls is looking crazy because now we all think that, like how this says, community ball. You ain't got to flirt just because they flirting, unless you going. And if that's the image you want to portray, then why not? I mean, I ain't gonna say why not dive into it, but like, I mean, if that's the image you're trying to portray, then who cares? That's what you're doing. Maybe this streamer getting it. Maybe he ain't. Maybe this one over here ain't. Maybe this one over here is. If you a community ball and you community ball, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And if it ain't that, then don't go up there flirting. Go up there and talking about how you do.
Ball that's getting passed around. So it was
because I mean, I'm gonna break it down like this. I mean that what's that one young chick with the blonde hair, the Yana, whatever the hell. I can't remember what her name is, Yana J or something like that. I be seeing her in other people's streams. I mean, yeah, she be flirting from time to time, but I mean, she's also ditzy as shit. So you don't put that past her. It's not like you think that she out there just busting it down for every damn streamer that she's collabing with. But at the same time, if I find out she was, I wouldn't be too appalled. It wouldn't be like I ain't gonna follow her no more because I mean I don't even follow her anyways. But I'm just saying, like in that instance, it wouldn't be like that's going to turn me off of her. But then again, I'm not the audience that she's probably looking for because I'm not going to be there every day. Because more than likely, whatever the hell she's doing is going to be catered to the girlies, which is cool. Got nothing to do with me.
It was refreshing to see that a lot of the women streamers decided to collaborate with each other. Whether it was Zoe and India, Lala and Raya, Emily and Senna, whatever the case may be, the girl power felt like a scene in a Marvel movie where everybody's coming together under the power of womanhood. But then, like a moth to a flame, they reverted back to their tendencies and their ways. Now, I get it. There's a lot more motion. There's a lot more views. There's a lot more clout. There's a lot more everything that comes with collaborating with men. But
women ain't sitting around all day watching damn lives. Well, I mean, they're not watching Twitch. They're watching the drama stuff over there at TikTok. Now, if you can get that kind of energy from TikTok, the drama-filled hoopla, and you can get it to come over to Twitch without it damaging your situation, then there you go. That's how you build that community with y'all. You can't do that over here at Twitch when everybody up here
there's
is
also
dudes
the bad
trying to watch
sides
somebody
of
play a game.
collaborating with men. And even though they were starting to build a bubbling fan base, going the female only route, you know, just staying with their niche, with their audience that they kind of cultivated with other people that looked like them, maybe it wasn't happening fast enough for them. Maybe they weren't popping off. I don't really know what the case is, but quickly and fastly this year, we saw a lot of the female streamers revert back to hanging out with the male streamers.
Marlon's asking if he can pull up. Yo, low key, I kind of want to do a stream with Marlon and Lacey. I hate to admit it, but Marlon and Lacey as a duo has been like one of the funniest duos in a while. And I don't understand how to explain it, but they are like, Marlon and Lacey are literally like the perfect couple, I think.
Hello?
They're the perfect couple. They're really good. They're such a good duo. Dude, I clicked on
Marlon and Lacey remind me of like some Jonah Hill, Channing Tatum shit. You know what I'm saying? This is like a 20, and I think that's why they like it's just already written. They were able to run that play. This is just 21 Jump Street, just Twitch form. You know what I mean? Hey, what's good, y'all? I'm back again. And I've been putting a lot of people on to this program called Free Cash for a while now. Check out one of my supporters that had the biggest payout that I've seen yet from all the DMs y'all have sent. And I promise you, they've been hitting me up saying that they've tried it and it's worked. They've been getting cashed out, and I love to hear that because it genuinely actually works. And don't think I have not been seeing y'all's comments saying things like it doesn't work, you're supporting a finesse, they're trying to take your data, and it's not true at all. And the fact that y'all would think that I would even put that on a video to get y'all finessed is wild to me. But hey, first off, Free Cash does not sell your data. They strictly track your progress to make sure you can get paid. Only sign up with an email and password and give no personal information. So I don't know what y'all are talking about. Here's how it goes. You sign up through my link, and inside you see a list of apps and games. Download them, play, and beat the levels that they tell you. That's the key. You got to complete the requirement. And once you hit the level, the system credits your account. And every time you finish, you get real money. Cash out to your PayPal or get a gift card, while it also being free of charge. The games pay Free Cash to get new players, and Free Cash just shares the money with y'all for trying it out. It may take a little time to get a huge payout, but if you're gonna be on your phone playing games anyway, you might as well make $5 to $10 doing the same thing. I don't want to hold y'all any longer, and I hope I've cleared up some things if you've been sitting on the fence. Hit the link, try a few games, and then DM me. Let me know that you've been winning, actually getting your money. Like I showed y'all earlier, bro made $1,000 off of Free Cash. I'm not promising that's gonna happen every day for y'all, but the fact that there's a possibility for doing something that y'all already do should really be all the convincing that you need, bro.
Stream yesterday, and I watched them get like yelled at by like some guy in New York, and he was like trying to fight Lacey, and then he turned and started flirting with Marlon while he was trying to fight him. It made no sense. Like, it actually made no sense, but it was really funny to watch because I was like, what the fuck is going on? It was so crazy. So yeah, I actually want them to come out here and do a stream.
Now, don't get me wrong. I don't think that there's anything wrong with women and men collaborating. Like, on the surface level, them doing that shouldn't be anything crazy. If I go out and get some ice cream and I have a woman friend, I should be able to get ice cream with them. If I'm doing, I don't know, some sort of mixed co-ed type of basketball game and I want to get a woman involved in the basketball game, and somebody else has their 2v2 team with a woman and we can play basketball, like, all that stuff should be in bounds. And I think in other types of content, for the most part, this is okay. But for whatever reason in streamer land, it always goes to relationships. It always goes to the parasocial aspects. It always goes to shipping, and it just creates for the most toxic environment. So when female streamers this year started to get back into the collaborating with the men, You know, the shipping conversations ran rampant.
Jay is with Lala. DDG is with India or Wendy. I'm not really sure. That's his opinion. Silky is with Raya. Jason is with Sakura. Ron got his girlfriend. Adapt got Tara. Max got his girlfriend. Lacey is with Darla. You know what I'm saying? We all know that. Rach got Cinna.
That's crazy.
And I got Martha, right? Now, I'm not saying I'm cuffed, but I'm saying, like, you know what I'm saying? That's you know what I'm saying? That's Martha. That's Martha. You know what I'm saying? Mi Marta. You know what I'm saying? Hear me out, okay? No, I'm not. That doesn't mean we're together. We're not cuffed. We're not none of that. We are friends trying to get to know each other, okay?
And don't get me wrong, I think that everybody sees the benefits of doing these fake Twitch relationships, getting together with people, etc., etc.
And it's not even like they necessarily saying like they together. It's just like we're spending time with each other. We're working together. We're growing off of each other. You know what I'm saying? They like this little dynamic and duo that we got popping right now. These niggas know what they doing, bro. You feel me? They know what they're doing. But it's up to the other party to erase whatever stigmas or do whatever it is that they feel like they need to do to break whatever they don't like that's on their back.
Hell, even to this day, female streamers talk about how one of the cheat codes to growing in this industry for them is by basically being in a relationship. You know, finding a guy, doing your little flirty stuff, and getting a bunch of clips off.
Yo, I'm looking for somebody. Listen up. I want to become famous on Twitch. I'm looking for somebody like another streamer who wants to do collab streams, and we act like we girlfriend and boyfriend, like Marlon and Marta or DDG and India. Who wants to be my PR fake relationship boyfriend for likes and views?
But I guess I gotta give the final warning that I'm ever gonna give about this situation again, and let these people know, hey, ladies, this is not going to work out in your best favor and best interest. We've seen time and time again in which doing this relationship content, this sexualized content, this nasty type of content is not working out for the women long term. If we think about all the big women streamers that have been out in the past 2 years, how many of them can we say are really going into 2026 with us and have built a core audience and fan base in 2025?
I feel like Wendy, who was that one light-skinned girl? I think she's like 18 or something. Is it like Yana or something like that? I don't know. You know, I'm tapped in regards to seeing what's going on. You feel me? Because I'm just a student to the game, but I'm not super tapped in. I see it. You know, I see it for what it is. I feel like I said Wendy already. She was able to get right. You know, she's going through some things, but India was able to get right. She got a third win. How many times she was able to potentially be popping. Definitely.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying? Oh.
Some people that was just here at Emily, Asian girl.
Bro, what y'all got going on here, man? My shit just keep on.
She got a dub. Some people did all right, bro. Some people did okay.
Going on life.
I think Senna, Extra Emily, it kind of gets hard to name some of these people. But everybody else named in these videos, like the Rayas of the world, the Zoe Spences of the world, hell, even that Chloe woman who would go to Walmart.
Hey, I remember her. Yeah, she used to go
on, dog? How you doing, man?
Some like tight shit, some real short shit or something, and she'll ask, you know, something or black people or take me on a date or something else.
And ask people what's better, Black History Month or Martin Luther King. Yeah, remember when she started streaming? All of these women are gone now. All the women from Streamer U, all the women from Blackboy Max's Love Show, those women are gone. Where are any of the women from DDG's That's My Ball Show? We're all.
Man, they wasn't doing, man. They wasn't talking. Them right there, that group wasn't talking about nothing.
Yeah,
They wasn't
it
about
is.
to cut a camera on and then start going crazy. That's not how that works.
Are all these women right now? The parasocial epidemic has basically crucified a lot of these female streamers' careers over the past year. Literal narratives built up off the internet based off of how this woman feels about this man, how this man feels about this woman, how this woman feels about this woman dealing with this man. It is actually crazy. Every time I doom scroll on TikTok, I get a think piece about the psychology of India Love or Zoe Spencer or Senna or whatever woman is seen next to whatever great celebrity man. And especially when one woman is with a singular man for a week or two appearing in their content, and the next week they're with somebody else, the wheels fall
that's what I was
off.
saying
Right now,
too,
Black
man.
Boy Max's girlfriend is getting drugged through the
Like this is a video about women streamers not doing so hot right now, and it's because, you know, I mean, I think it's a WNBA situation. Like, men are paying in on it and the women aren't paying in on it. But all of the streams are girly girl streams. So men are not staying for the long term, so where these folks can return on the ROI. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, there's no point in time in which men would be happily watching girly girl content. And the fact that we come in from seeing them collab with another dude, and then we go over to their shit and it's just girly girl content, nobody cares. At least dudes don't, especially not at Twitch. Twitch, 90% dudes. We're watching video games and shit, or people talking shit, or the random times where we do actually sub is like hot tub girls. You know what I'm saying? So it's like nobody wants to go over to your Twitch that's predominantly subbed by dudes to hear you talk girly girl. Not for a long period of time. Probably get us for a good month and a half, 2 months, maybe 3, and then we'll peek in here and there after that. But like, why would I go watch you every single day do girly girl town, do girly girl talk? You know, it's no reason. And then when you start to notice that the only numbers that you're getting is when you collab with dudes where you're flirting and you're possibly getting dubbed to pass around, then it's an issue. Like, no, just don't be a pass around and just go collab. Collab with other women. Collab with other dudes. Don't flirt. Go up there and work. Do stuff. Get good ideas and then take them to your stream and do stuff. Like, it shouldn't be that hard, but they're making it hard because they hoping that it's going to come as easy as it is for the dudes. But Twitch is filled with dudes. They want to watch dudes do dude stuff. So when you tap into the girls, like I got some girls that I watch on a, you know, weekly basis, like my homie Smiley Micah, what's this, Sunflower Curls, Solo Raven, you know, I'll watch Extra Emily, like, but they don't do girly girl stuff. I mean, it's based on girly girl stuff, like their backgrounds is girly, they got girly stuff going on in there, but they're playing games. They chilling, they talking to people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going over there and hearing story times and shit like that because that's not what I'm here for. If I want to hear story times and gossip and all the bullshit, I'll go take my ass to TikTok. Go over to TikTok and go make some money. That's the thing. Exactly. Like, you only gonna get so much money digging into a pot that ain't got nothing to do with you. Go find a pot that you can cook in. I mean, Twitch may be that pot for you, but you gotta get the ingredients and put it over here in this pot and cook. You can't act like you're gonna cook the same thing that somebody else cooking in the same pot that they cooking, but your ingredients are completely different. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I do the same thing too. And that's exactly why I don't ask for money. I don't even ask for subs. I want the companies to pay me. Tell a friend to come here and chill out with us. We crack jokes for hours, and that's where I'm gonna get my money from. The ad revenue. You sitting here camping is gonna give me my money. I ain't worried about no damn subs. I trying to take no money out your pocket. I had one girl complaining constantly about this is her job. She can't get a normal job because she's disabled. Well, no, yeah, you're stupid. You're not disabled. Mental handicaps don't stop you from working. But she has 3 kids. Oh, she's disabled enough to put her legs up. Sounds right to me. You're not able to work. You're lazy. You're too lazy to work. Exactly. That's what the problem is with the world now. Women like taking the easy way out and they get mad because it's not as easy as they thought it was.
Mud because she used to do stuff on Silky Stream, which shouldn't really even be a problem, but the way that the community at large treats these women content creators, or hell, just these women in general.
This shit came down on them, and I made my video about it. You know, y'all know me. I don't be harsh on these young ladies. You feel me? Now, there's moments like the kissing, the 2 niggas. Like, again,
Mr.
that's
Right.
her world. That's okay. It's just, and that's just how she want to live. That's fine. She did it on stream. That's not.
Exactly.
Works, right? I'm not trying to fault
See,
her.
the bigger problem is that they expect the exact same outcomes without the exact same income, or actually without the same kind of sweat equity. They want to get the exact same outcomes as all the men out there without the sweat equity the men put in. Why would you think that the girly girl content is going to work at Twitch when you know that it's a 90% male-centric audience? If you knew the numbers, then you would never think that that shit would work. Exactly. They want the output without the input. It would never work. Your best bet is to go on TikTok Live, do all that girly girl content over there, and then funnel them back over here. Oh, you want to see me in full screen without having to be vertical all day? Here you go. Come over here to Twitch and Kick and YouTube Live. I'm over there full screen. You can see me at 4K. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to get blocked out by all of these, chats coming over here and cowboy hats getting put over my head. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't. They do the girl talk time. They do story times. They tell you about this trip that they took to Starbucks where this guy just looked at them menacingly and then come to find out that he knew her on Instagram and they just didn't want to talk to each other. And now it's a big laugh. And then, oh, the dude's a creep because he saw me in person and he just hit me up on Instagram. Nobody wants to hear that every day. Nobody wants to hear how you fuck some dude over. Nobody cares. And if they do, it's going to be a care for today, a modicum of time. And then once they're done caring, that viewer is gone. Like, be functional. Be an addition to something. And then you'll probably start getting more traction and eventually get to the point where you actually making some bread off of it without having to be all flirty and be all up into the men streamers that are doing well. I mean, I watch Extra Emily like at least twice a week because she's funny as hell. I think she's cute. I dunk on her, put her through the wall. Now, does that translate to me saying I'd sub just to go watch her all the time? Hell no. But I'd lurk. Would I say something in the comments? Probably not. Because there's a bunch of simps in there and they all trying to pay for her attention. There you go. And once the simps get tired of simping, then you're back down here at poverty level. And anybody can holler at you. I mean, that's what it is. They don't. You got to think about the logistics. Look at the numbers. It was not meant to work out for you. And that's why it's not working out for you, baby.
For that. It's just more so on a Max standpoint, like, damn, that's kind of crazy. Like, she did do that, and you know both of them niggas
Mr. Right.
well. Like, them is your partners, right? Or well, at least you know.
My ex fiance gave me this damn coffee
You
mug.
bringing your girl, and you know your partner just kissed
She
your
thought it
girl.
was
Like,
a-
that's
she
just
thought it
On
was a
this side of
joke.
the internet,
Iffy to
it's a
me.
bit crazy. They literally can't even have friends without people shipping them.
Would you date Agent?
No, we're friends. Like we've never had any romantic interest. We've always been friends.
I was like, I thought y'all were dating.
No. But like we've always been really good. Like that's my homie. You know what I mean?
Friends.
And like when he met me, it kind of sucked because everyone was like, "Oh my god, they're dating." And like it's like that with me with like a lot of guys. Like I can't have a guy friend that I have really good chemistry with because if I do, everybody's like, "Oh, she is fucking him," and I'm like, I no. Like
Yeah.
I wish that I was really just going out all crazy like people accuse me of, but I'm just not doing that at
Why
all.
do you wish you were doing
Well, no, I don't wish it, but you know what I mean.
What? No, I don't. I don't understand. Why do you wish that?
Like if I was living that life, then cool, accuse me all that stuff, but I'm not out here doing that.
I feel like a lot of men
What do you mean by that?
You wish.
Bruh.
Okay.
come together on Twitch and they do things together. They even just
I feel like they box out the girls they're
You
not
saw
sleeping
that.
with. I
Y'all heard it.
And if they are, that don't mean those girls can't win. They don't gotta be on these people's streams just to win.
Exactly.
That's your issue, man. Cutting people off, let Lana get her stuff off. You over here saying this. They box out the woman they're not sleeping with. Okay, don't work with them. Find your own lane. You don't need that. You don't need no nigga to pop unless you do. Unless you ain't got no like substance to you.
You ain't got nothing going on. Exactly.
Ain't no way. You shouldn't be
There you
standing.
go, Mike.
Yeah, and like
you're not giving up pussy. You probably are a little gated.
I feel like Lala was on the right path there, but then we diverted to the sexual conversation.
Yeah.
While I do feel as if there potentially is some validity to that, the conversation about collaborating with men is already going to put you in relationship content, so it's a lose-lose anyway. What I do want to see happen more, but I'm just not seeing it, is female content creators sticking together. Even through the low views, even through the not a lot of motion, even through the trial and error. If it means that you got to miss out on
I mean, that's a major thing right there, man. If you think about it, the biggest streamers there are out there, besides like I Show Speed, are all in a big ass collaborative group. Most of them live in the same damn house. I'm talking about under the same roof. They will walk out of their room from doing a stream or whatever they were just doing and go straight to a motherfucking other room where another one of their homies that got 1 million some odd subs are sitting in there doing nothing too. And they can go up in there and chill out while they're off stream and act a fool. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I said earlier too before you came in. I work with 99% women. There's probably like 5 dudes in my job that are like dudes, if you get what I'm saying. All the rest, there's probably like 10 other dudes that aren't like, they're not dudes. So it's like, I see that these women can't work together. And if they do, then it's like pie in the sky, I'm smiling and laughing in your face, but I really hate you type shit. So, I mean, that's what it comes down to. And I think the last time I saw a girl streamer house ended up turning into like a burlesque house. They was up in there just shaking ass and damn near, getting caught up with multiple dudes coming in and out and type shit. I can't remember exactly where I saw this, but it was looking real big brothery. Like these chicks was looking like they was locked in and they couldn't go nowhere, and they just had dudes coming in like it was a damn spin cycle. It was crazy. So it's like you can't be two lefts and expect a right. You know what I'm saying? Like it just doesn't work like that. You see how the other dudes are making it. Besides I Show Speed. I think I Show Speed is like an anomaly. Everybody else has a big ass group of 5 or 6 motherfuckers all living under one roof and for this big ass mansion with 1 million plus subs each. And they, as soon as they're done, click, and hop in, you see them pop up right behind their homie on their stream. Ain't even a planned out collab. You know how many times you saw Duke Dennis just drop in on an agent stream? Or how many times you saw Rakai and Ray pop up in a Kai stream unplanned? Just, oh, they down the hall. Let me go over here right quick and see what he talking about. There's no women streamers that do that. There ain't no women streamer group, gang or family or whatever the hell they call it. There's none of them. If they did that, then it probably would be a lot easier to collab with one another and pull those numbers up. But you ain't doing it, so you can't figure it out. It's literally that simple. Or it
on
could be.
a cool event.
Should
You got to
be.
miss out on a cool event. I know it's been talked about before, but I've yet to see any sort of stream or collab group that is women-led be propped up yet. And we
There
had
you
the
go.
emergence of
There
a
you
new
go.
content creation group
Yeah,
this
they
year.
haven't done this.
Exactly.
They haven't tried to cook this up yet. And it's
What did
like,
I just say?
I
What
don't
I just
know,
say?
bro. I be
I
feeling
didn't.
like
You know how I
sometimes,
do. I don't watch these videos ahead of
like
time.
when you do something like this,
I'm saying this shit right
you
here,
know,
right here, right now.
This is the thing, right? Check me out. And this be sometimes I feel like ladies, this be some of they problems, right? Your problems if you're watching ladies. Like
how they say exactly
as
what I just
guys,
said 2 seconds after I said it.
I feel like as girls, sometimes y'all can be against each other, like too much. Like I feel like a group like this of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 guys, 7 women, all
He's
with
saying
their
it.
ideas, trying to
He's saying
orchestrate
it.
what they're doing.
The ones in between
things
never
going
get
like this
big.
going, things are
Exactly.
going, that going
There
on.
is no
like,
in between.
Sometimes I feel like emotionally, I don't know if something like this could work because of how emotional things could get, right? It gets on. We seen it get emotional here, but it's like the one guy says something another guy don't like. We figure it out and move forward.
Yeah,
I
duke
don't
it out and
know
then
how
going about our
long
business.
something like this lasts, and who are the women? One will be outshining the other. You have to have every woman got to have some type of personality. You feel me? Something. And I feel like, it's kind of on the ladies. Like they don't come together when they see all people. The Indians don't hit up the Lala. Like India and Lala
Exactly.
were over here. Not like they weren't beefing or nothing, but you can see a little turmoil on some just because they niggas was having a little bit of a debacle, but not even really. They were all in the same group, kind of. India kind of looking her off and just certain little shit like that.
Exactly.
Niggas, we not really doing that. If I get
Man
5
ain't
women that
jacking
are
that
like
shit.
just
That's
totally
fine, man. We
lit,
don't
we
care.
doing our thing, put them all together, I would love to see a pop.
That too. Major.
But there's gonna have to put like certain things that are just kind of.
See, I think the issue is that men are at a point now where we're so individualized because we're all peacocking trying to get, whatever woman we're trying to get or whatever, thing we're trying to do that's better than the next man. We're such competition that we're so diversified as men that our interest, our thoughts, our beliefs, most of the time have absolutely nothing to do with our homies that we stand right next to, that we're best friends with, and that we can, do any damn thing with or for. Whereas women are a fucking hive mind for the most part. They all think the same. They all do the same. They all like the same shit because they think that's the best way to go about life. And when you have to sit around with a group of 3 women, they're all going to start to sync up. Not just periods. Their thought process, they're all going to start to sync up. And it's like you just listening to one person anyways with just different voices and different body shapes. Exactly. Man, look here. I don't have anything to do with the LGBTQ community, but 90% of my friends, like out of the 10 core friends that I've had since I was in middle school when I first moved out here to Atlanta, are all from the islands. They believe in tar and feathering. No, I'm not saying I'm that staunch on it. I can care less what you do when you're not in my sight. But the fact that I have friends that they gonna fuck that, beat that motherfucker's ass. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, do what you gonna do. Just don't do it in front of me. I don't give a fuck. Get away from me. You cool? All right, cool. Be cool right now. Don't try to holler at me because I'm gonna whoop your ass. I'm gonna whoop your ass behind closed doors. But in public, yeah, you cool. Whatever. You might be cool people. You just like dick. Whatever. Them motherfuckers will beat your ass because they know you like dick in public, behind closed doors, talk shit about you the whole way through, and not give a damn. Because that's what island life is like. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, come on, bro. Hey, man. Hey, and see, I ain't got no problem with that. You can talk to me like that and it not be no big deal because I know it ain't nothing serious. You know what I'm saying? But like, you do that to one of my island boys, they gonna find out where you live. Just because my friend is appalled by you and your existence doesn't mean I am. But I'm still gonna be their homie. That's my dude. Yeah, it's a different way to live, man. You know what I'm saying? When you there, I wish I could understand it 100% too. But I mean, I did it one point in time, but then I got family members. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah. Well, I mean, inner city shit, man. It's like you gotta fight for that reputation because as soon as that reputation get out there, man, just like if you saw me walking with a he she out here in Atlanta, you're gonna automatically think that's what I do. That's what I'm like. So now you gotta guard that a little bit, but it's like at the same time, like I know who I am. I mean, that's not gonna happen. You're not gonna see me walking around with a transformer, but like it's not like I'm gonna be going out my way to not talk to a person that I work with that's a transformer. You know what I'm saying? If I'm stuck in a place where I have to be in communication or I have to be dealing with a person of a certain, you know, situation, whether it be religion, sexuality, thought process, breed and creed, then I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna be a regular person. I don't care what you got going on. But when I'm outside of work, I don't have to deal with you. I'm not gonna deal with you if I don't like what you got going on. Simple as that. Other people just take it to a different level. You know? They were cool shit. I wouldn't give a shit if I was seen walking with them. Exactly. I wouldn't really give a fuck. Wouldn't really give a fuck. It's just one of those things, you know what I'm saying? I don't have anything in common with this person, but if I did, then I probably wouldn't care. You know? If I knew you before you came out the closet and we was cool before and you still have the exact same interests minus, now you like dick. I mean, it is what it is. All right, you ain't fucking with me, but shit, it is what it is, bro. But a lot of folks just take that shit to heart and take that shit different, man. And that's the exact same thing that's going on with these girls. You know. Right. You trying to holler at them? I can put you on. Like, what are we talking about?
Embedded in young ladies would need to be put to the side and really talked about. Hey, when things like this come up,
Zig love the gays.
This is how we maneuver.
Gays got money.
You feel me? But I would love to see
Will
a
I
bunch
love
of
on
women
no,
with already
no.
platforms lit and they all come together to do something like this. I would love to see it. I feel like it'd be hard.
But
and they could really do something crazy, but they would have to.
They're like capaholic.
In my expert opinion, money fucks everybody. Good or bad. You think I'm gonna be mad at you because you want to? I need the bread, bruh. Bread. It's about the monies. I mean, yeah.
What about the woman holics? When are they going to pop up? And it also doesn't.
I'd be using that billion to cover up all traces, but Yeah, I couldn't see
do
myself
anybody
doing it.
any justice when
Justifiably, I
these
couldn't do
content
it.
creators that are women are attacking each other on the TL. It only fuels certain narratives.
Exactly.
And I'm not even necessarily saying
They
these are good
fighting each
narratives,
other,
but
bro.
it's fueling those narratives 1000%. Remember last week when people ran around with this
guys can wolf like this. I'm sorry, I know I'm yapping. Guys can wolf like this because there's so many other content creators. We could talk to this person. Okay, I'm not working with you, bro. Me and him, we cool. This is that and the third. But there's not so many of y'all. Everybody kind of got to be in accordance, bro. Like, okay, this is how we moving. We gonna be a team here. We ain't gonna get on each other.
Narrative that Cooking with Kaya went broke.
Not like married, bro, and live my life with his ass.
And I just
No
hate
way
that
I
the
could do
truth
it.
is we're all 1 to 3 missed paychecks away from severe financial hardship. That shit is unreal for me. Now, I don't know who needs to say this, but that was a fake tweet from a fake account. You literally got AI'd if you ran around with that narrative. And instead of backing her and not bashing her, you would think that the female streaming community would step up at that point, champion
just
her,
because
validate
the way my mind is set up, I couldn't do it. But I mean, I not tongue kiss, but I kiss somebody for a billion, for a milli. I can kiss another dude for a milli. No tongue kiss though. But like anything more than that, my mind wouldn't let me do it. I couldn't wrap my head around it. You know what I'm saying? but like $1 billion for one time thing, I suck. Oh shit! My stomach almost cramped up trying to hold that laugh in a little bit. I mean, yeah, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I mean, I'd smooch for a milli, no cameras. But that's as far as it would ever go. As far as it'll go. Not even no tongue, no, no, it wouldn't be all that. Nah, milli deposited before the smooch. And that's the only way it happened, and that's as far as it'll go. That's just me. Yeah, my bad, y'all. I'm still sick
claim
as
or
fuck.
not or see what's going on. But the reality is that they turn their back on her. You even had some female streamers coming out giving this advice for her as if it was needed or asked for.
If you really going broke, let me save you. All you gotta do.
Oh my God, Samaya. Jesus.
Not
You ask people straight to collab. They gonna collab with you. I will collab with you. All you gotta do is pop up your stream, title it "Going Broke," and get up there and just start talking. I promise you niggas is gonna join because you just damn near hit the shade room with that shit. Go ahead and do some promos, some story promos. Cooking with Kaya. You about to piss me the fuck off. Because why the fuck you ain't make no motherfucking culinary, like, aprons and shit and sell them bitches? You really finna piss me off. Why you ain't make no YouTube channel where niggas paid you?
Oh my God. Brother.
He's not broke. Like, I don't believe it.
Instead of actually supporting her there in that moment, she actually fueled the fire in the narrative by giving her this unsolicited advice publicly on the internet. I'm pretty sure you could have reached out to her, gang, instead of bashing her with all the rest of the people on the internet. And I've seen their attempts to collaborate just fall throughout the year. I remember Wendy Ortiz saying that she wanted to put together a sleepover for all the female streamers, but for whatever reason, it didn't happen.
I mean, my thing is, okay, like with Cooking with Kaya, like you definitely could have just did a cooking show on YouTube. I mean, dead ass. You're on fucking TikTok and Instagram, and you're doing quick cuts of cooking. You know what I'm saying? Like you're putting the food in, you're taking the food out on the cut, and you're making it into a 1.5 minute long video on TikTok or Instagram. You could do long form and just tape the entire damn thing uncut, talking in between, talking that steps out, and made it into a complete YouTube or Twitch. And you would have been okay. Again, like how she just said too, you could have made aprons, custom aprons, or custom cut chef hats or something like that. Or, I had a homegirl that didn't even do, that's not even a chef, and she made cookware that all of our little chef friends, because I used to be a chef, all of our chef friends went out and bought all the cookware, sold her out multiple times. there's so many different avenues when it comes down to cooking, and you already have the public attention to get that shit out and get some bread. Now, I don't think she's broke, but at the same time, those are things that you probably should have thought of before you got this whole information coming out that you're broke. Shit. Not a damn thing. No specialties. Like head line cook. Yeah, that's the only way. That's the only way they let me be a GM. Just head line cook. Hey, if you're thinking what I'm thinking you're about to say, then yeah, you're probably right. 90% chance you're right. %90 chance you're right. Whatever you're thinking, more than likely. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Just the other day, man, I was on I had took a break because I was feeling like I was about to get sick. I am sick now, and I didn't know for sure. So Thursday, I didn't come on, and I cooked chicken on tagged. I was on tagged for like 4 hours. I cooked some chicken I had in the freezer for a while, some vegetables, jasmine rice, sweet cornbread, the whole deal. Bitches was up in there talking about some. Ooh, I wish you'd cook for me. That look good. Yeah, yeah. Come over to my Twitch. I cook all the time over there. No, fuck that. The only thing I don't say, the only thing I don't like about stereotypes is the watermelon thing. I hate watermelon. But who don't like chicken? Who don't? If you don't like chicken, you're not human or vegetarian, which is pretty close to non-human. Everybody likes chicken. Chicken is good. Yeah. Look, fried chicken is so good that we have people in a completely different culture making it the same way we do, and we have an argument almost every year who makes fried chicken better, black people or Koreans. Look, I couldn't even tell you because I never drink soda. I've never been a soda guy, ever. I I don't know. I don't know. Cheap alternatives to things that you think of, and I mean, who likes grape juice? Like, you turn it into a soda? Ew. Why didn't they make orange? Well, they did make orange soda. I ain't never. Whenever I think about juice, I don't think about fucking grape juice. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think of the big three. The big three, and then every blue moon, there's an extra. I do, I do, I do, I do. Ooh. I think that was probably the last soda drink that I've ever had. I get a soda maybe like once or twice a year, and that's only if they don't have like lemonade or sweet tea. I drink sweet tea all the time, but like, yeah, I mean, I'll get an orange. I can get down with an orange soda. I can't get down with no strawberry soda, the pineapple sodas, and grapes and blues and all them fancy colors that are just out there rainbowed up. I can't get with it. Can't get with it. It's not for me. But also, I can't get down with those juices. So it's like, yeah, I drink sweet tea all the time. I don't know. Yeah, it's definitely it's got to be a southern thing, man, because it just goes so good with everything. I don't know. Cold coffee, and I don't even like coffee like that, but it's like, yeah, yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I've always been a sweet tea guy. But I mostly drink water. You know, I'm cool with water. Oh yeah, McDonald's got some good sweet tea. But like, if you ever come down to the South and you go to anywhere besides McDonald's and get some sweet tea, you'll be thoroughly happy. Guarantee it. It's just it's one
Yes,
of those
like
things.
I want to
man.
invite every single girl to do like a little sleepover. Like Sakura, Emily, Vanilla, QT, Emeru, Peka, KDB, Lala, India, Nina, Eve, Pokimane, Brooklyn, every single girl.
Everybody.
Why they keep trying to invite India to stuff? Man, that woman is like 30-something years old. And all of y'all is like in y'all early 20s. She ain't finna kick it with y'all like that. Yeah, you can hear by her voice. I don't even know who this is. This is Wendy. This is Wendy Ortiz. She's cute. But I ain't finna sit here and listen to you all day and look at all this damn pink. Where do you think the money coming from?
Everybody gotta kill their ego with that though. Everybody gotta come on there and be like, "What's up?" Everybody gotta be cool. Nobody can be bigger than the next man. Cussing that, not walking through there treating people like little man. When everybody's in collaborative efforts, everybody is looking at themselves, at least keeping themselves all in the same thing. No man is trying to, you feel me? Well, y'all smaller than me, so y'all gotta When Max do all these things,
Like OF?
everybody's on the same
Like
level.
real
That's gotta
OF?
be the same thing for them if they do this.
Oh, even the ones I didn't name.
You guys know one of my first sub goals was like the streamer girl game night sleepover, and too many people are doing that now. So I think that's a better idea for me, and that's more fitting
Where I
for
have
me.
a podcast, we can do like therapy
Yes,
night,
everyone can have their
Pilates
own
night,
like
yeah.
segment. Seven
Oh.
could do that. We could have
I don't think so.
Brooke, her
I don't
sister,
think
come
so,
do a
but, I mean, I
Pilates
could
class
be
for all
wrong.
the girls that are there.
I don't
Y'all,
look at
that would
OF
be a great
stuff, so
idea.
I don't.
Shout
I
out
have
to
no
you
clue.
because the wellness idea is cute.
Yeah,
I
like
love
a
that.
wellness retreat, because we don't think about like mental health on social
No,
media.
we could talk about things that, yeah, oh my God, that's perfect. Y'all, when would be a good time to do this? It would have to be next year because it's coming into all the...
Yeah, but y'all would actually have to do it too, though. Like, you would actually have to, like, do that. And then, again, you sending this to y'all's audience.
Yeah, I don't think she does.
Y'all need to figure
I ain't gonna
that
lie, I
out,
think she
'cause
does
don't-
like mostly
don't
like
sit on niggas.
Fortnite and
Like,
girl
I'm
talk
trying to get this in niggas' faces,
streams.
bro. And don't invite no
But, like-
niggas. Don't bring DDG or nobody, bro. Y'all just do y'all's thing, all right? And build that. You feel me?
all the important holidays.
You see, instead of actually executing on this sleepover concept, the past couple of days, people have just been spending time dissecting, making sure that people weren't being shady or
In the world that
shaded,
we
trying to
live
figure
in,
out why this person wasn't on the
what's
list,
going
that
on,
person on
Uber?
the list. And ultimately, it's
Yeah, in the world that we live in now, you can probably find whoever you want to find, as long as it's not like a niche person that's only local to your neighborhood or something like that. You can probably find them on Reddit, butt ass naked, booty hole out. Just saying. I don't know how much you would care, but like every time I want to see a damn celebrity naked, I can go find it on Reddit. I'm good, man. I'm good. There used to be a site for local neighborhood. Yeah. It's still there. It's called List Crawler. Yeah, it's still there. Oh, not to buy them. Not to buy them. You're talking about just to post. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. They did used to have that, didn't they? I think they probably started getting sued because I think that's called like hate porn now or something. Yeah, I think it's like hate porn. It's considered hate porn now, so you can't do that anymore. It's like illegal as fuck. Yeah, 4chan. 4chan had some stuff like that going on too. But shoot, if she bad enough, I mean, if they got over 15,000 people on Instagram, if they look good enough to where they have that many people on Instagram, I guarantee they got some nudes flying around on Reddit. Guarantee it. I found a chick that I couldn't remember what her name was, but I remember what her stage name was when I was doing sound engineering, and she came and recorded at my studio. And I couldn't remember for the life of me what her name was. I just knew what her damn Instagram name was. And I looked it up on Reddit trying to see, what her music, if she still was doing music or not. Because I had a song that I didn't finish mixing, but I had all the Sims for. And shit, I stumbled across her that Reddit forum with all her shit on there. I'm talking about everything. Feel like I know her. I intimately know her now. I could tell you how many wrinkles her butthole got in it. My bad, Uger, man. We're being vulgar because we're talking about girl streamers right now. I'm sorry, man. Sorry. But yeah, I mean, shit, that's how it go. That's exactly how it go. Look, if you want her enough, you can find her on Reddit. And if she's not on Reddit, she probably hiding under a pseudonym, a stage name over on Listcrawler. You can go get her from there.
Probably gonna hold up the actual activity and festivities from participating.
Actually, we're gonna add Raya, because even if I beef with you, you're still a girl. At the end of the day, she's just a girl, huh?
At the end of the day,
She's
she's just
trying
a
to do a
girl.
sleepover. She got like a list of mad girls, and then the comments. Click it. But where's Zoe?
You gotta set up a chat
Zoe's
screen
not
on
up
your
there.
screen.
You
that shows
see,
the other
I'm
platform.
not up there on her list.
Wait, what you
so
mean?
why are you commenting? Where is she? Clearly she's not up there, and clearly she don't need to be up there. Clearly. So don't ask about me
Gotta
in
set up a chat
comments.
screen
If
on
you
your screen that shows the other platforms. Break that down for me, because I don't know what you mean. What you mean the other platforms? Like if I go live on like Tagged or something? I am gonna start going live. A scroll chat. I have that set up. I do have that set up. I just don't have it up there because my chat don't be moving. I don't be having a whole lot of folks up in my shit.
Niggas don't do this.
Oh yeah, I got
Niggas
that.
just
I got
pop
that.
out. You don't even know
Definitely
it's
have
about
that.
to happen. You just get a trailer. This
Me
is
too.
what they just follow the blueprint. Do some high end trailer with all y'all in there. Oh, that's so hard. Y'all invest all this. Y'all gotta put y'all money together. Put a whole lot of money together. Get y'all a nice big ass crib. Do a trailer, and just on this day it pop just like that. Y'all putting the list up and said, well, why is he not? And now she responded, bruh. You ain't ever seen that.
Well, I think the reason why she tripping is because
it's just and then they might drop a
her
little
chat
list
is
of
asking
people
her why
that's
she not
it's
in it.
already official, right? It's already
Yeah, I
they
think
getting
that's
the
what it
trailer
is.
and shit.
Her chat is asking her why she not in it. Do they have some beef or something like that? So it's like, I don't, men would be like, shit, I don't care. Like, fuck, I'm gonna do my own thing now. I don't care. But yeah, well, women, they gonna see it as a slight or something like that. Exactly. Women gonna see it as some kind of inherent issue that they have to boss up about. Like, baby, it ain't that serious. It really ain't. And just because you asked, since I already have it set up, but I can't. I have to. I gotta add the screen to this screen. But since you asked, I'm gonna put it up there for the next show. Tomorrow we'll have the chat box on the screen. I got you. So we can see like Uger, because Uger pops in on Kick all the time. I don't think he has a Twitch at all. But then he comes in and he goes, and then who is another one that comes in and goes, but he's always on Kick. Fuck, I can't remember Buddy's name right now. But I got people that pop up and kick, and then they be in there for a minute and then dip off.
See, I'm not there. Why are you asking about me?
Now, I do think we're moving in the right direction with the sleepover and some of the more actions that like Senna and Emily and Emaru and some of the other content creators have been putting on recently. But there still seems to be levels of division and divide
maybe I was
in
just
the
talking
female
about,
content creator stratosphere. I'm not totally
it's a 30-minute video
women
that I stretched
jumping
out for
into
like
the
an
streaming
hour.
sphere. Although I do believe that it
Jesus.
is a male-dominated space, I do think that there's large audiences of women that are existing on other portions of the internet that would love this type of content. I'm just asking for them to put away the cattiness, the divides between this group of creators over here, this group of creators over here, and most importantly, put the men down. The men are not helping at all. It's cool to do some one-offs. It's cool to establish some like really strong friendships with people who people don't think make that type of relationship content, but stop crawling back to the DDGs of the world or the Deshays of the world. It's literally not helping you at all.
At all.
Sorry about that.
If I didn't know better, I would.
That being said, y'all let me know what y'all think, man. He said he cleared it up at the end. I'll be out my ass off enough. Leia, I appreciate you. I'm great for y'all, man. We gone edit it, lad.
Shut up. Oh yeah, and then we got situations like this. This is why a lot of women streamers ain't doing shit either. Like, this is gonna be pretty weird. Oh, this on Meezy again. Damn. Okay.
God, right? Oh, what the fuck, yo? Why you always hitting me? Stop with those. Oh, I can't touch you no more because I have to make a sign of the DA. Sorry, I forgot. Yeah, that's gonna be tough, bro. You want me to punch you? You sure? So I am not assaulting you. No. I am not. You consent to this. Yes. You fully
Yeah, I
am
can put
okay.
this up here,
You will not use this clip
fully
against
am
me
okay
later
with
and
this.
3 months later. Never. Or 9 months later. No.
and
Or
then
6 months later.
take that away,
No. Hey, chat sees this, bro.
and
Ready?
then we can
You
put the
asked for
chat
this.
box at the bottom.
Nod your head.
There you go.
Nod.
Oh yeah.
Did you get it?
There we
dragging
go.
it.
I figured it out.
Okay.
She is dragging it.
Wait, can I say something?
After the 48-hour banning and then unbanning and then a week's banning of Nina Lynn, she is now unbanned again
Nina
and back on the
Lynn.
Twitch platform, making fun of her essay
Coming
on
to the
Saheed, Silky's
stage.
assistant. Now, I think the world at this point has criticized how small of a ban this actually was. People were talking about that it was that SpongeBob meme where they literally walked inside the jail doors, closed the door, and then opened it back up in real time again. And I guess Nina figured, hey, if everyone's kicking Twitch's back in, why don't I do it? Hell, why not join in on the party? Because it's so damn fun. For those of you who don't remember, Silky's assistant Saeed was essayed on stream by two women, Nina Lynn and Zoe Spencer.
Hey, come on.
Zoe, you can't. Zoe, you can't.
He's 23.
No.
He's consensual.
No, he's not consenting.
Yes, he is.
He's not even saying nothing.
He likes it. Give.
Oh, no. I don't think he wants to.
Yeah,
crazy.
stay right there. Stay right there. Stay right there. Stay right there.
I mean, personally,
Sit down.
Yo.
Sit down. Take all
I wouldn't have a problem with this, but then also,
Take it off. Hey, yo, cut the cameras. Cut the cameras.
I'm a dude
Now,
that's
just like
slightly
any other
attracted to both of
Twitch
them.
essay situation,
So,
they didn't
you know,
take it
if
seriously.
I
so
wasn't
now
attracted,
Nina
then I
is
probably
back
would be
on the
feeling some
platform
kind of
after
way.
going through that ban cycle. Now, Nina comes back to the platform with a bang. She automatically goes into several jokes about her and the whole essay situation, her saying that she needs this consent for men, her going over the top and exaggerating, really not taking any of it seriously at all. Hell, even dubbing her own suspension and ban a vacation type situation.
To all the haters out there, y'all can suck my word too. I don't give a you, bro. You not me. Y'all been through nothing that I've been through. You. This ain't the worst it's ever been. I'm not gonna lie. It's bad to say, but this is not the worst it's ever been. I've been through worse. I've actually been through worse. So this jail was kind of like vacay jail a little bit.
Just playing in Twitch's face. Now, need I remind you, she actually made light of this situation a minute ago when she was with Your Rage Gaming after he had pressed her about this whole situation. In that moment, she invalidated Saeed, said that it wasn't really essay, and, you know, said that he was really taking the narrative too far, making them out to be the bad guys.
So what if he says, I feel like you did some shit wrong?
No, so the whole Saeed thing, no one essay Saeed. That's why today I was actually looking for Saeed. I was going to talk to him and be like, you definitely felt disrespected as a person. Me, I take accountability what I do. If you that's felt disrespected, I didn't know. So you gotta let me know. If you did, I will always apologize. I'm But for him to walk around and say all that crazy shit,
mean,
you never think about what side
if
he's
she
taking
was
too.
quietly-
Who wants to walk around being called?
If she quietly cornered me up and started throwing that thing on me, I'd catch it. But as soon as she started talking, I would think she was a lady boy. Exactly. And that's where my disillusion is gone. It's to the point now. Excuse me. It's to the point now where they're completely unattractive because they don't see the issue with anything that they've done, her or Zoe. I used to actually follow Zoe ever since before Streamer University, and I was like, damn, she's kind of fine, even though she farts and bites on people. And then I even seen this shit, and I was like, you know what? That ain't too bad because I got a crush on her. I would probably do it. I'll probably let her do it. But now their irreverence behind the situation makes me completely turned off on everything that they got going on. Just be honest. I could yeah, exactly. I don't follow any of them on any social medias anymore. I did all the way up until they started doing the apology tours for this shit because dude started saying he was feeling some kind of way. And then they was like pretty much shitting on him. Oh, well, so you gay or something? I didn't know you was gay. You know. And it's like, it ain't about that. Dude was in distress. Like, I see that now that I saw that it wasn't a joke that everybody was in on. Like, that's just not cool. And then they're over here bitching about, oh, so you gay. You could have just said that. It's not about that. It ain't about that. Now you ugly as fuck to me. Now you're ugly. Like, I don't care how good you look. Yeah. Silky didn't do shit. But I'm thinking in my mind, he probably thinking that it's a joke too. You know what I'm saying? He probably wasn't thinking it was that serious on, the dude side. But then, you know, it's one of those situations where, you know what I'm saying, you wouldn't think about it until after the fact. Like, damn, dog, you was fucked up about that? My bad, dog. I should have been there for you. But like, when you got a drunk homie at the bar and they kissing the ugly bitch, you don't think it's bad until they remember what they was going through and it was like, nah, that's ugly. That wasn't supposed to go down. Oh, for real? Damn, my bad, dog. I should have stepped up and helped you out. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those situations. I can't even really be mad at Silky for that, but at the same time, it's just like, can't really trust you. Exactly. That's exactly how you're supposed to be. Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, they did do the forcible stuff outside of his eye shot. So I guess it's not the same kinda, but at the same time, it was still on your stream in your house with the same chicks the same day. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's all fun and games until they actually start doing some shit. And then it's like all of a sudden, wait, hold up now, hold up. He ain't about that. Leave him alone. And then either you're gonna stand or you're not. So I mean, there's so many instances in which, the friend could have been like, letting shit play out because he didn't know no different. And there's so many instances in which he could have stopped it because he has the ability to do so. It's his stream, it's his house, it's his assistant. You know what I'm saying? So right. But you got to remember too, man. This is earlier this year in the peak of the clip farm. So everybody was clip farming. Everybody thought everything was cool until it wasn't. So right. I mean, out of all the dudes there that was probably willing, she go to the one guy that wasn't. Weird as fuck.
Wow. Is that so, Nina? Interesting. Do you keep that same energy when it comes to women that get assaulted? Do you say the same thing? Like, that'd be very embarrassing. But I imagine if it was two guys who did this exact same thing to a girl on stream, if it played out exactly the same, there would be universal condemnation across the board, including from Nina herself, I imagine, and rightfully so, because stand back, brave take coming in.
But that's
ears if you're not ready for the.
I'm glad that they kind of put the hammer down on the clip farm and stuff. I mean, it's still out there, but it's just not as bad. If it happens, it's like really far few in between, real seldom. But like at the beginning of the year, at the height of this shit, when streaming started to turn up again, like for the real turn up, it was ugly. I mean, everything was a clip farm. These motherfuckers was licking ears and sucking toe jam and shit. You know what I'm saying? It was terrible. It was the Wild West.
The spicy take. Assault is bad.
Now, not only is she back to double down again, and off that doubling down, she got backlash. But let me tell you guys, Nina is such a bad person that she's here to actually triple down. She's here to actually give herself more excuses. And she's here to clap back at anybody who has anything negative to say about her. Really, anybody who's trying to hold her accountable for her actions.
You know what's so crazy? I never thought that many people were watching me. I really didn't. I didn't even think TMZ was watching me. I got a call from TMZ this morning, bro. They're like, we want your side of the story. I'm like, listen, man, I'm not even going to argue with these little bitches. Like, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? We live on, we be better, bro.
So
That's it. We got to keep
So you essayed somebody on cam live. You get found 6 months later. TMZ calls you. And you say, I'm not bothered with these little bitches. So now you're a little bitch. You see how this dissolves and devolves into some weird ass quasi massage noir type world that we're getting put into. This is the small iota of the world at large, where women are trying to overtake and overpower the men of the world by being the men that they hate. The women are turning into the rapers and thieves. This is what we're turning into. Misandry has gotten to a point now that they are the people, they are turning themselves into the men that they hate. Now, I'm the kind of dude where if it was me, just because of how my mind thinks, I'm like 12 steps ahead of myself at all times. I would have let them do it, locked both their asses up, and they got on Twitch, made my own account, and started talking about how trash it was. Yeah, they grate me, but this shit was the worst. It was the worst cat I ever had in my life. Shit stunk. They were both trash. They both had toilet paper pieces all up in their butt crack. When they was slobbering on me, all I could smell was cavities. That's what I would do. But that's just the kind of sick, twisted fuck that I am. You know, you're never gonna get one up on me. But yeah, misandry has gotten to the point now where every woman is trying to be the worst man that they've ever ran into. And they're just justifying it by being, oh, men do it. Yeah, the worst of the worst. That's why you don't like them. I hate when women think that they are tough shit, even more so when they think they're tougher than men. Like, you fucking ain't. Exactly. You ain't shit. As soon as you think you tough as a man, get punched in the fucking chest.
And I'll say one more thing, and y'all know who this is, bro. That weird motherfucker that lives in the basement of his mom's house that be chatting about me all damn day long. You are obsessed with me. I think you in love with me. No cap. I genuinely think you get no pussy and you in love with me, bro. Like, you gotta chill out. It's been way too many clips I've seen you, bro. Like, You low-key obsessed. I'm flattered, but you gotta chill. No cap.
Now, when I heard this, I was ready to go live. I was ready to get outraged, and I was ready to call her out. Because I thought she was talking about me. How dare you say this is my mother's basement? This is clearly my extra bedroom in my own home. But I had to calm down and say, hey, maybe it's Moist Critical. Maybe it was Young Don. I didn't know who she was talking about. I put some doubt in my head. So after calming down and continuing the video, she said something that made it very clear as to who she was talking about.
You low-key obsessed. I'm flattered, but you gotta chill. No cap. Heard you don't even drink water, too.
Yo.
I'm not gonna lie. You're like 47 years old. You gotta
Okay. She was talking about Asm Gold. I get it. Now, the problem that I have with this is that every clip that I have seen of Asm Gold is that he was just trying to give you accountability. He was trying to hold you accountable and, even greater than that, Twitch accountable for the way that they handled this whole situation. Nina must not remember she was a part of the SA weekend. I know that that's crazy to dub it that, but I did in a previous video. The weekend where not only did Imaru get SA'd on camera at TwitchCon, she outed Ms. Kids. There were other people at TwitchCon that were getting SA'd, and the platform had a lackluster response to that. So Asm Gold literally was just trying to give you some accountability, but here you are saying, shoe fly, don't bother me.
So this stupid bitch gets unbanned and she immediately starts getting mad at me. And she blames me for her getting banned. And have you ever thought that maybe it's your fault that you got banned?
Maybe.
Because of your own actions? Have you ever thought that maybe you got banned because of what you did?
Well,
like, oh, wow, I'm talking about it. Yeah, really. Well, there's been a lot of people I've talked about and they didn't get banned. So what's the difference between them and you? I wonder.
That weird motherfucker that lives in the basement of his mom's house.
It's an attic, excuse you.
Yo,
chatting about me all damn day long. You are obsessed with me. I think you in love with me. No cap. I genuinely think you get no pussy and you in love with me, bro. Like, you gotta
talk whatever you want, crash out however much you want. That's totally fine. Yeah. Nothing that you're gonna say is gonna make me mad. You're not gonna upset.
They're the reason why the economics are all fucked up when it comes to women, because the liberal men are the simps. The liberal men are the gay guys that are spending all the money on trying to make sure that the women are comfortable. That's what it is. That's what it all breaks down to, man. If you have no opinion about anything that's going on around you, all this weird ass shit that these women are doing out here, then you're part of the problem as well. Now, there's a lot of women out here that ain't out here doing weird shit. Why are they successful? Because they're not out here doing weird shit. If you need to be caped for by somebody that thinks exactly like you without having any kind of coaxing at all, then maybe you're thinking wrong. And that person is just guiding you in your destruction. It's the weirdest shit ever that people are out here just letting people just fall down and they just, oh, you didn't fall. The ground just got lower. Fuck out of here. Weird ass shit. She like, some men can be manly and not aggressive. And I was like, okay, so you want a man who some dude grabs your chest, just says, excuse me, sir, please don't do that, because I'm not fucking like that. I'm exactly. You can't have it both ways. It doesn't work like that. And the moment that it does work like that, I guarantee it's not going to work for you. You know what I'm saying? As soon as some dude that you don't like grabs your chest in front of your man, just walks up on you and like your titties, and your man don't do nothing, now you looking at your man just as bad as you was looking at that weird ass dude. So you're not going to do nothing? You're not going to do nothing? Really? That's how much I mean to you? I wouldn't say it was aggressive as more as I would say unbridled in any way. That's what I would think it is. Untapped, unleashed emotion of whatever situation it might be. Because I mean, I'm not just gonna haul off on nobody and just punch somebody in the head just because they're doing some weird shit. But I am gonna sit here and look at you like, hey man, what the fuck you got going on? It's gonna have enough oomph in my voice to where you understand that you stupid as fuck or what the fuck make you think about what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? It's a way us men do things to keep shit in check and keep shit in line. Now, if it gets past that, what the fuck are you doing? And you still over here looking all crazy in the face, still juggling my chick's titties, then yeah, we got a problem. She get mad when I say her dad is weak. Like, I get it. It's your dad, but he's literally a 60-year-old. He's a 60s nerd. Like, I'm 100% sure bro owns a pocket protector. Well, hey, the writing's on the floor, man. The writing is on the floor or on the wall or wherever the fuck it's supposed to be at when it's bad.
Set me. You're not going to bait me into, some weird internet beef. You're just a disgusting bitch. That's it. And it's got nothing to do with this about me at all.
Now, I knew Nina Lynn wasn't a person to take accountability. This Aquafina variant isn't somebody that I believe can sit in her own mistakes, be really apologetic, and move forward with intention and purpose. As I'm gold checking her on the internet, myself, Young Don, whatever other commentators or reactors checking her on the internet isn't going to stop her in her day. But you would think that somebody who was a friend of hers, somebody she's been featured in videos with, would be able to at least share their opinions on it and, clear her out of the way about her situation, hold her responsible.
I just think it was so awful to watch.
Damn,
and they were saying like he likes it, and they were saying like, oh well, or Nina said like responded to Rage, and I forget who, but Nina was like, it's embarrassing for guys to be assaulted. It's he should be embarrassed as a man. And then I saw people like commenting, being like, oh, it's so triggering. People commenting like how is he as a man unable to push two girls off of him? Like, he's clearly laughing in the clip. He's not. How the fuck was she supposed to know he was uncomfortable?
Exactly.
They've never. What? Like, this is literally why men don't come out about being assaulted.
That was streamer Fan, somebody who has a W take and is on the right side of history, but also more importantly for this situation is somebody who is close to Nina, somebody who she's been in videos with, somebody who even Nina would acknowledge she has some sort of relationship with. That was her sentiments a couple of weeks ago on the situation, and she, just like everyone else, tried to hold them accountable. I don't think what she said was any level of disrespect. I don't think what she said was any level of throwing under the bus. But hey, that's just my opinion. Let's see what Nina in her comeback stream had to say about people like her.
There was one person that you was like, damn, I think you have my back. Not have my back, I didn't expect nothing. But I didn't expect them to throw my name in the dirt like that. Who? It's not even the person like people, the biggest people, I don't give a fuck. To be honest, if I don't know you, I don't give a shit what you say. You just autistic to me, like, it doesn't matter. But it was one of them I've actually used to do videos with a lot. I was like, damn, and she was actually a fan of mine. Oh, girl, what's her name? Can't tell you the name.
Damn, she was actually a fan of mine. I get the double.
I don't want bitches to cry, but you feel me?
But do we know her?
I don't think you know her.
My thoughts aren't changed. Actually, what I will say is my thoughts were changed a while ago when she posted her like Instagram apology, which is when I saw that she unfollowed me. And I actually...
Have you watched the new Demon Slayer movie? I don't know if you're... Yeah, you like anime. Have you watched the new Demon Slayer movie? Because... well, if you watch the last one, the Mugen Train, Akaza, the one that with the fisticuffs, the one that killed Rengeku. Exactly. I was about to say, anime is no longer nerdy anymore. That's the cool shit. But if you remember the one that was the punchy demon, the most gangster motherfucker on the planet. I don't care if he died. I'm gonna spoil it to you. I'm spoiling it. He died, but he murdered 80 samurai swordsmen because they bullied his wife into killing herself. They beat up and killed his sensei. They took him up off the street. And then he had a girlfriend for a long time while he was getting trained and she was sick as fuck, like fatally sick. She got over this fatal sickness, and as soon as she got over the fatal sickness, they bullied her into killing herself, or she died, or they killed her, one or the other. I can't remember exactly what it was. He went up into that damn dojo, 2 hands and 2 legs, murdered 80 of their ass with just his fist. And then as soon as he walked out of there, Muzan walked up and said, "Man, I didn't send no demons here. Who sent you? When did I turn you into a demon?" He was like, "I'm not no demon." Put his hands up and got ready to box with him too. Ever since then, I don't care what nobody says. Akaza, hands down, the best demon of all demons. I look up to him. I don't care who say what or nothing. Beat the shit out of 80 sword-wielding men with bare hands and feet. Beat them to death. I'm talking about first dude out, he swung a sword, he ducked it, uppercutted his face off. Uppercutted his face off. Like, not just knocked him out. No, his face exploded by him punching him in his shit. You killed my master and killed my girlfriend that just got over a fatal disease. And she was finally doing good. Face off. For 80 different dudes. He slaughtered 80 folks in such an efficient way that the Demon King came down there and thought that he accidentally sent some demons down here to go do some work. Man, I ain't sent no demons over here, man. Who sent you? You a demon? You want us? Nah. Shit, yeah, you are. Like, you want now. I mean, I could punch a nigga face off, but I ain't been that angry in a long time. If somebody comes and does some shit like that to my peoples, like if I find out somebody did something to my mama, I am on some straight up Liam Neeson. I will find you. I will find you. And that's all I'm not even gonna threaten you. I'm not even gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. I will find you. And I'll pack up my jump bag. And I will go out there with my samurai sword, my face razor with a brand new blade in it, and both my Glocks. And I will go out there like the Punisher and make something happen. Exactly.
Like, respected her for the Instagram apology.
Look,
and then my thoughts changed back.
I'd even
to
make a sandwich out of you, big dog, and I go crazy. I would go to the house.
Once again, I don't take
I wouldn't even go to
back
prison. I go to the house.
You don't need to.
House.
Oh, I do have one thing to add though. She
Make
did mention
sandwiches out your
something.
ass.
Well, like in the clip that I saw of her saying, like, Fan has my number, she could have texted me about it. But the truth is,
Whole
as someone
bloodlines
who
will
dealt
be
with the
dissolved in sand.
assault and shit like that, I don't feel comfortable reaching out to people who are the perpetrator.
Again, another W response by Fan, but of course a lack of accountability from Nina. I get it. Be hurt, be mad in that situation. But ultimately, I don't think that Fan has some responsibility to reach out to you, make sure that you are okay, kind of, you know, have a conversation with you, etc., etc. You are the perpetrator in this situation. People shouldn't have to coddle you, especially as somebody who's been through a situation like that. I totally understand her side. And to be quite honest with you, for the most part, she did not kick your back in. All she did was address the elephant in the room, because her room is definitely a smaller room, seeing as how she was situations to you. But because she's not in the game of holding herself accountable or even caring about Sword over here gonna have of course Nina would try to shift blame or try to push the goalpost and say, hey, let's look over here, let's come and run to these people, etc., etc. So now I'm scrolling through the comments of that last Twitter post, reading how people are saying, yeah, Fan is a fake friend. Fuck Fan, fuck X, Y, and this. Focus on the person that committed the TSA. I don't understand how crazy that is of a concept. Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. I think the way that Nina has been handling this has been absolute dog shit, to be quite honest with you. And I think the reason why she does these things is because historically speaking, Twitch has not given a damn about these situations for real. Hell, even to their own admittance, they have been lackluster about how they handle SA situations. Twitch put out a statement talking about how they basically failed Imaru about the TwitchCon incident. They said that there's measures that they could have taken that they did not, and ultimately that message got community noted to hell. And this prompted Dan Clancy, the CEO of Twitch, to do his own sort of quote tweeting of the situation, talking about how he let his friend down, etc., etc. But a lot of people are saying that this is just empty words. There's no action on Twitch, and it doesn't just have to be some sort of IRL moderation. The online presence also matters. Stuff happens, allegations gets levied. Hell, on actual streams, people are committing crimes, and it just gets swept under the rug, especially if you're one of the more favored creators on the platform. So yeah, I would expect Nina, who already seems not to be a great person, to go around acting as if, hell, this is nothing to her, this is a no-brainer, she doesn't really care about these situations. Because ultimately, what consequences are there for her actions? Especially if people continue to watch, especially if people continue to patronize, especially if she continues to get brand deals, who actually cares? Plus, I don't think she feels any sort of real remorse for the situation. If she did, she would let it die. She wouldn't just continuously make fun of it or joke about it. Now, on the contrast to how Nina is handling the situation, there was somebody else that was involved in the situation, and for the most part, she has not been talked about as harshly, because I believe the way that she is handling this is the way that you are supposed to handle these situations. The actual twerker in question, Zoe Spencer, somebody who a lot of people do have a lot of hate for, but I can acknowledge when she is at least handling the situation much better, and seems to be much more remorseful. Not only did she
it doesn't help I have a robe on, like I'm over here cosplaying or something. I got a robe on like I'm over here cosplaying like I'm a fake samurai like a motherfucker. Hell no. Nah. I just so happen to have this is my pimping robe. I just so happen to have a sword. Damn, Twitch. See? Twitch be doing so much. Twitch be bullshitting.
Initiate and dish out an apology well before Nina did, or any sort of backlash from this year. Hell, she did it like way earlier in the year. She also hasn't been on the internet making jokes about it or has invalidated the situation. She's actually faced the situation head on.
So from that whole situation, it definitely was like a reflective moment, super learning moment for me. I never knew I did a little glitch up on my side uncomfortable until, because this video happened in February. So the whole thing happened in February of 2025.
Oh wow, I don't know. I just saw it recently.
Yeah. So it happened in February of 2025. But it came back up.
Somebody posted it recently, right?
Recently.
That's what happened.
So it came out in February 2025, and then it surfaced May 2025. And then I did an apology about it and everything like that. I took full accountability.
Okay.
Now, as a recent 2 weeks ago now, it resurfaced back online. You know, with my whole apology and everything, and me taking full accountability, I thought we've like
Twitch got so much work to do, man.
But then it just happened again with people saying I didn't apologize and everything like that when I did. You know, it blindsided me because I never knew I made anyone feel uncomfortable. I never knew I hurt him in any kind of way. So when I found out, I'm like I can't believe like I made you feel this way. It was an automatic apology. Like, I'm genuinely sorry for making you feel the way that I did, you know?
Now, I think that there's a plethora of reasons as to why Zoe Spencer is going about this the way that she is going about it. But one of the main reasons is that she actually feels remorse. She actually feels some sort of way. It didn't take her 17 months later, the internet bashing her, confrontation IRL, in order for her to do some sort of apology. Yeah, when the situation resurfaced and Saeed put out his tweets,
I know this fucking holster thing,
jumped back online and apologized immediately. She felt as if somebody was hurt, then you apologize to them. She can see how it was wrong, etc., etc. And there's some other reasons as to why I think she apologized, but I'll save them for Patreon / my memberships on YouTube. But nonetheless, I feel as though she's handling this in a totally different way. And I feel as if that's the way that you're supposed to handle it. But on the opposite side of that, I can see why Nina would handle this essay allegation the way that she handled it. One, she's not a good person. That's first and foremost, just full stop. But two, and probably most importantly, there's no real consequences to these actions. Sure, you might lose certain brand deals, especially if you're the black person in this. But nonetheless, you might lose certain brand deals, but there's no actions or consequences.
Yeah, I want to get some more swords
though. I ain't gonna flex. You don't even have to give like a real apology for real. Twitch is just gonna put you back on the platform. You don't have to be remorseful.
I'm big on that.
Make jokes about it. These platforms don't really care about these things that happen. And that's why it continues to happen.
Forged in Fire.
Down with Nina though. I ain't gonna lie. We're not Nina supporters on this channel.
Love that Forged in Fire shit. What the fuck does being black have to do with losing brand deals or SA for SA? Well, I guess it's because Zoe, the one that was actually putting her ass on the dude, didn't lose any brand deals or anything. But it's because she came out and was apologetic as soon as it came out and didn't have any opposition as far as her thought process with apologies. Whereas Nina is probably losing brand deals left and right because she apologized, but then doubled down on the fact that she thought that it wasn't SA, and then continued to talk shit about the dude that was the victim. So it's not really a black thing, but at the same time, it's just like, yeah. I just think he just said it. I think he just said it like that because of what was going on, how it came out. Yeah. I think people are trying to make it seem like that it's a black thing versus a Asian thing or whatever like that. Just because of like I said, I mean, because she hasn't lost any brand deals, but this girl did. But she lost brand deals because she's shitting on the victim. Whereas the other girl is just completely apologetic. She done fell off the map for a minute. She took her damn suspension in silence, came back, apologized again, and then kept it moving. All right, this is my last video, though. I got to take some pills, man.
I'm making this video just in case a video of me.
Yeah, exactly. I hate when someone makes a bad decision and then people blame it for being black.
And my date showed up.
Dumb as fuck.
With her kids. Oh. Her friends.
Oh.
Her sister. And I'm assuming her mother.
I would have said, what do you think this is? A potluck? You think this is a family reunion or something? And then I would have got up and left and I would have said, you played yourself. Sorry, ma'am. You played yourself.
I, ordered something, cheap for myself,
Yeah, I shot that guy, but I'm only in jail because I'm black. Well,
my stomach can't take too much food.
That does kind of happen sometimes.
Wound up coming up to less than like 20 or 25 bucks.
Damn, for appetizer?
But this woman who brought.
But no. I know exactly what you're saying.
Like 8 or 9 other people showed up and proceeded to order the most expensive shit.
God damn.
On the menu.
Whoa. That's why I always tell my sisters, when you go on a date, number one, make sure that you actually like the guy, because it doesn't matter what social media tells you, it's never good to take advantage of people. And if you're not actually interested in the guy, you should.
Let's say my chat box just disappeared on my ass.
But number two, always order something that's cheaper than the person that's gonna be paying for the food. And if you have something that's
the dude who took a girl on a date and she brought her whole family,
for himself, then
shit
pick
crazy
something else
fuck.
on the menu and ask him, which item should I get? Which thing should I get? It sparks up conversation when you do that, and he'll let you know it's fair. It's just fair.
As well as
nice to meet all of y'all. I gotta go to the bathroom. And went out the back door.
like between 7 and 9
Jesus.
bottles of the most expensive champagne there. Even though she said herself that it was just going to be a date between me and her. When her kids were looking at the menu, saying, hey, can I get this? Can I get this? She said,
Yeah,
sweetie,
straight up. I would have been like, yeah, I got to go to the bathroom right quick. I'll be right back.
Oh, no, little Timmy. You about to be eating pizza rolls
in the
tonight.
car.
She came to the restaurant with nothing but kids and audacity.
I'm fucking broke. So, all our food comes. I, eat my meal.
Yeah, brought her kids too. Tripping.
Having a conversation, whatever. She's basically ignoring me at this fucking point. Talking to her friends, family, kids, and all that shit. And so once I'm done, I'm like, I need to use the restroom. I'll be right back.
Oh, okay, yeah,
So
he did it.
walk
He
up
did it.
to
He
the
did it.
waitress, and I say, hey, this was supposed to be a date between me and the woman sitting across from
No,
me.
you talking too much. I wouldn't have left. I would have left.
Just me and her. And as you know, they ordered the most expensive everything. And as I got up, they ordered the most expensive champagne on the menu.
Yeah.
Several bottles of it. So I said, look,
I wouldn't have
I'm gonna
said
pay
shit.
for my portion of the meal right now. I'm going to pay for that.
Right.
And then I'm getting the hell out of here.
My boy.
I wouldn't have
Exactly.
said
You don't
shit.
got to tolerate this nonsense. My guy. That's exactly what you're supposed to do. She was trying to
You
take his
doing too
kindness
much
for
talking.
weakness,
I would have
and
been
you know if that
gone.
restaurant selling
I would have been in the
champagne with a
car.
group of 9 people, you paying automatic 22% gratuity. She lost her damn mind. He's 100% right.
She is expecting me to pay for
My shit lagging up, man. Damn, chat box disappeared. I hit refresh and this shit's just now catching up. Shit is ridiculous.
all of their fucking meals.
Right.
And the champagne.
Man,
However
what?
you want to handle this, handle it. But I'm not doing that. That's fucking crazy. The waitress was, nice enough.
Yeah, I think it's just too many
said that this tends to happen a lot.
too many
But
people
when I
paid
was
for
sitting at the
YouTube
table,
Premium, so they
trying to
just
have
all the freebies like
Listen
me.
to what he said.
They
He
just
said if the
shitting on me.
waitress said that this happens a lot. Man, all this type of stuff just makes me so happy that I met my wife.
That's
early,
exactly
and
why
we
you don't
did
need to be
things
talking
way
to the
we
damn
did it,
waitress.
because
You just need
out
to
here
get
it
the
don't
fuck
look
out
like
of
it
there.
ain't nothing but
Go to the bathroom and go to your car.
Astrology, exploitation,
Out the back
and
door.
feminists. I would just hate to be in an environment like this. It just sucks that so many good people can't find other good people because there are so many people that are just shitty. I mean, you just see how some of these ladies out here are. I mean, they just
Or like that one
consumed with
dude did.
vaping, hookah.
Oh man, I
and
left my wallet in the
alcohol.
car.
Like,
Let me
damn, you
go.
got
I'm
the
gonna be
diet
right
of a
back. I'm gonna go
fighter
get my
jet.
wallet and then just drive the fuck off.
Whatnot. The woman I was on a date with
Fuck out of here.
kept recording me, right? And I don't know what, she put on the video. She wasn't saying anything, so I'm assuming she put like some text or some shit. And I assume that there's going to be a video put out there talking about this man took me out on a date and made me pay for, my meal and all sorts of shit like that. So if you see that, please tag me in it.
Oh no, you went on a date and you had to pay for your own food. Oh no. Even if that was the case and all the other things weren't considered, that's what American tragedy is now. And this just goes to show when you make a society safe, people just start to complain about the most mundane things. Oh no, equality, I had to pay for the food that I consumed. Oh no. By the way, if you're a woman, you shouldn't go on a date without the means to pay for yourself because you never know when you have to get out of there. And that's just something that you should consider all the time.
Tag me in it because I've got proof myself that she's full of shit and that this is not how it was supposed to go.
I would love to see the proof.
Asshole for doing
I would love to
this?
see the proof.
Because
Me too.
in my opinion, when you go on a date with somebody, if if I'm going on a date with one person, I'm
going on a date with one person.
Willing to pay for myself and that person, as long as the bill's reasonable.
Right.
Not if they're ordering the most expensive shit on the menu, multiple items of the most expensive shit on the menu for each fucking person.
See, I'm too brash. I would have been like, hold the fuck on, bitch.
First place.
Why the fuck you doing all this? I don't drink.
A shitload of bottles of champagne. Not just any bottle, but the most expensive.
I would have stopped that shit from the get before she even got a chance to do all that.
As well.
Anybody that would make a moral judgment on him for this, it says more about their character than it does his. If given the whole story, I don't
understand
even think the
they're all
get behind
here.
him on this one. This is crazy. And the feminists
But I'm only
are
paying for
goddamn
me and
crazy.
you.
So if there's a video,
You get me right. You get me? Okay,
with
cool.
my face in it, calling me an asshole for bailing and making them pay for it.
Oh, it looked like they all broke it up and had to pay.
I don't think I'm an asshole for doing this, but she was the one that asked me on a date.
Oh.
And
she asked him.
Then according to feminist ideology, she is the one that's supposed to pay, right? Ain't that what they be saying? If you ask a person out on a date, then you should be willing to pay, which is something that I agree with.
With that being
for
said,
the most
I
part,
pull out
within
my
reason, of
trap
course.
card.
But yeah, then she's supposed to be paying
You
for
asked
you.
me on a date, bitch.
Asks somebody on a date pays.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm a gentleman. I was planning on paying for it.
I get big. Here go. That's who it is. Bogos. Bogos is my other guy. I get being mad if they ordered a bunch of things, but if you take a chick somewhere and it's an established, you're going to pay, you should be ready for them to buy the most expensive thing on the menu. See, I understand what you're saying, Bogos, but not when they bring 9 other people with them. Not when they order 6 bottles of champagne and you don't drink. Now, otherwise, if it's a me and you thing, and you get a drink, I don't drink, I get my sweet tea, and you go get a Long Island, all fair. But when you bring 9 other people, and y'all order 6 bottles of the most expensive champagne, lobster tails, and surf and turf, then nah, I'm getting the hell up out of here. I'm gone. I ain't got nothing to do with it. I'm gonna get a salad. I'm leaving. I'm gonna put $20 on the table and get the fuck on. Like, I can't help it.
I paid for my portion, but I was
Me too. As soon as they came with all them extra people, I'd have been gone.
Hundreds of dollars worth of shit that they bought for themselves.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, if it's just me and you, hey,
ignoring me the
wallet is open because I asked you to come here.
Bringing damn near their entire family,
But
if not
if you
their
bring in
entire family, their kids,
3 kids, a friend, a homegirl, your mom,
me to pay for fucking everything. So if you see a video with my face and talking shit about me or anything like that, please let me know, because this is what fucking
how I feel about it
I'm not
is
gonna
that
post the screenshots.
if you bring a friend to the date, I better be able to fuck her too. Especially if I'm paying. I want head from both of y'all. Post haste. Right now. Soon as this is over, we going to the parking lot. And we finna get this thing cracking. Like a what's that shit called? Bang bus. You signed up for this when you brought these extra people. If she doesn't have the respect to not eat the most expensive thing on the menu, she doesn't have a second chance. Exactly. Period. Or when they expect the guy to pay for their 8 friends for a birthday dinner or something like that. Yeah, they all got to come up off of it. Every last one of them. Take turns for all I care. I don't care. Everybody gonna go. Everybody that came up in here and I paid for gonna leave with some dick on their breath. I guarantee that. Every last one of y'all. You're gonna have a milk mustache. Y'all can all share it. It's all good. There's plenty enough to go around. Trust. Fuck you mean? And I 100% agree with you on that, life. If she don't have the decorum to go up there and not just do the most outlandish bullshit ever, then you ain't got enough. You just don't have it to be here with me. I'm not cheap, but I also ain't no bitch.
That's of the conversation.
Good man.
I'm cool.
Good man.
Put this person's name out there and their face out there or anything unless they do that to me first. So if you see this, let me know. Oh, and by the way, I did leave a nice tip for the waitress. I paid for my portion of the bill, and I gave her
and she asked him out
to my portion of.
So it's like, what do you want from me?
I highly doubt this bitch, even tipped. So it was the least I could do. Plus the waitress was fucking kind as hell. The last thing I'm gonna say about this whole date turned stalking, turned beating, turned car destroyed is that I haven't gone on a date in years because the dating scene absolutely fucking sucks. So
Trash.
This was my first date in probably, let's see,
Oh, he thinking too hard.
7 years. So yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I'm about to dip out after this video, y'all. I'm sorry.
Cause fuck this shit.
Yeah, and this just goes to show a lot of dudes are having trouble dating too. Women out here moving mad. It's just most guys don't talk about it or post about it on TikTok because it's just not something that men generally do unless it's a dire situation. So he felt the necessity to post this so that he wasn't slandered by somebody.
Wild world we live in. Uh-oh. Am I frozen? Okay, no, we're not. Wild world we live in, man. Wild world. Gotta go on and get up out of here, though, y'all, man. It ain't no hard feelings, man. I appreciate you, Bogos, for sliding through, man. Appreciate your life. You always good, man. Brother, keep streaming, too, man, so I can pop up in your shit and talk shit. Steam has absolutely nothing for Apple, so forgive me. I'm still working on stuff. But yeah, man. Y'all be easy. Y'all be safe, man. Y'all make sure if y'all make some money when I'm not around, bring that receipt so I know you're, you know what I mean? Other than that, man, y'all be good out there, man. Make sure y'all come over to the show tomorrow. I'm gonna have that chat box up tomorrow, all right? Be good, y'all. Peace.